excited?
Very excited. I'm always excited to drink it.
He's a professional, guys. I don't know what I'm in for. All right, cool. So last time I made the mistake and I didn't introduce my guest until when we're even more farther along into the podcast. So we'll get it done right away. I'll be a responsible podcaster and let you guys know that this is Mr. Gabriel, who also runs under the name of
MurkyBoiz.
Right on. So that is his Instagram name. You can call him by his Instagram name if you ever see him on the streets, you know, like that one Drake meme. And do you have any other platforms that you promote on, or is that primarily where you're at?
Yeah, it's primarily IG. I'll be on Facebook groups just posting pictures randomly, but I'm not super into Facebook. Everything's more so on Instagram, but I would like to jump into other platforms. I know TikTok's really big right now.
Right there. Yeah, that TikTok's gonna be legit. It's still going strong. It's like the new IG, the new thing. I guess nothing's come up from them deleting it or taking it away from the state, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
But
as well.
So being that, you know, we've gone over your name, Instagram handle, and everything, I want to go over also the reason I brought you on was of specifically because of your interest, because of your I don't know how you would call it, your newfound hobby or
it's a hobby
or
profession
professional
drinker,
experience, veteran taste bud user. So if you can explain to the people what it is exactly that that you promote on your page.
I don't think it's really more. It kind of is promoting, but I don't really consider it promoting. I like to just take pictures of what I'm drinking.
I guess you would say you'd be more like an enthusiast.
Yeah, there we go.
It's pretty good. Good way to go about it. Connoisseur.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I just like trying out different beers from all over the place. Just collecting beers, collecting glassware, collecting merch. There's a lot of cool stuff in the beer world. We have this one from Pure Project. It's a Murky Quadruple IPA. It's clocking in at 14%. Pure Project is out of San Diego. They're doing
Nice.
a lot of solid IPAs.
Nice.
More so in the higher ranges, like the quadruples. And for their anniversary, they released a quintuple, which was, I want to say it was like 15%.
What's a quintuple?
Quintuples, I'm not really sure what those are. They're
Quintuple-ish, unfiltered-ish,
they're just getting heavy.
beer-ish.
Yeah, I don't know, they're just
Double-digit alcohol-ish.
packing on all kinds of good stuff in there. Yeah, that's something I definitely need to look into. But this one is 13%, a quadruple IPA.
Nice. I wonder if they can see it here, maybe here, maybe there, kind of ish. Oh, it's more over here because of on focus.
The lighting.
Anyways, you guys will be able to see that more on our Instagram pages. I'll have a nice little setup for you guys to check it out. You said these guys are from San Diego too?
Yeah.
Nice.
They have a couple spots, one in like Balboa Park.
Okay.
And their main one is in Miramar.
Miramar? I haven't even... Dude, this is like San Diego's like the brewery capital, you know?
Yeah.
So,
craft beer capital. That's why it was so easy to get into it.
Yeah, which is pretty good. It's awesome. Oh, do you have what's in this? Like notes or I don't know.
You want the hops?
Yeah, just to have an idea. I mean, I haven't had IPAs in a while. I'm usually like a light beer guy just to take it easy, you know?
Yeah. No, this one doesn't have it on the can.
Oh my gosh, that smells awesome. Tastes really good too. I really like your cups. Did you guys notice? Like a Charizard cup. You guys will see these too. I'll get some dope pictures out. You guys can see the detail. You guys could see the viscosity or whatever you want to call it for the liquids of the beers and stuff, and you can see the different textures and everything.
So you can see the thickness. So you can see the vibrant variety of colors.
How thick she is, you know. This could be no, this is awesome, dude. Like this.
No, yeah, I need maybe I need to get to my phone Maybe I should just have my phone next to me so I can,
Rattle off
have the
some.
lists of,
Yeah. No worries. Give me a second.
because the cans
You can
don't
hold
really.
the spot.
Yeah,
little bit.
some of the cans don't really have the ingredients on it. They're mostly just cute pictures and whatnot. But you don't gotta plug it in. It's fine. I got enough life to look up the few beers.
Okay,
I'll just take screenshots real quick.
In case I decide to remember where I put it, I'll end up leaving that right there for now.
No worries. Okay, so this is Pier. Yeah, Pier does a lot of good IPAs for sure. These higher percentage IPAs that they're doing are really tasty.
Yeah, this one's good. It almost tastes like an IPA mimosa.
So it's hopped. The hops are Strata, Moteca, Mosaic, and Cashmere. That Moteca I'm not a fan of, but
Moteca, what's...
it's just a hop.
It's a
I've just
hop.
had a lot of IPAs.
I don't know
and-
anything about hops, anything about beers. So if you have any information, I'm more than willing to hear you out. We're here for the long run, so like I'm actually trying to learn a little bit here and there. So if you do know anything over there, just Snapple fact, just be like, boom, just throw it out. I'm down to take it in.
Here's a quick one. The hops are the little nugs that look like weed.
Yeah, I did. I saw that and I was like, that's funny. But I've never seen them how they look like in real life. I only see pictures like, what is that? That space dust.
Mhm.
Last year they post like a big old picture of it or something like that.
Yeah, that's their
I've
little
seen
character.
that, but that's the closest like to it that I've seen.
Yeah, that's their mascot. That's pretty much how they look. They do look like little nugs, like little pine trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they come in like variety of sizes and colors as well.
Really?
You can get there's like a concentrated versions as well. They're called like cryo. I believe there's one more. Well, there is one more. I can't think of it right now, but it's just a more concentrated version of the hop, just bringing on more flavor.
Oh, snaps.
But yeah, this one, the Moteca, I'm not a fan of, but they did use I guess a lower ratio, and you can't even tell that's in there because there's usually like this distinctive taste that I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, almost like, why did you pick it if you didn't, if you didn't really like it, or if it was something that you wanted to showcase? But apparently, if it has enough of that hint, it gives it that good little mix of flavor.
No, yeah, and that's what's cool because everybody makes, all the breweries make their beers differently. They use different ratios. Everybody just does their own thing.
I heard they make don't they have barrels with like out of whiskey or something like that, or like they soak them in whiskey or bourbon or something, and to add a flavor to the beer or something like that.
Yeah.
Or they do it to wine.
They do it. Yeah, they do it to wine. They do it to stouts mostly. They do it to sours. They'll let sours sit in barrels, soak up the flavors. But it's mostly done in the stouts. They'll let them sit in like gin barrels, mostly like bourbon whiskey barrels.
Sounds kind of good.
And I know there's another one they use. Oh, rum barrels.
Do they do that with would this one be an example of one that has their barrels soaked in it, or?
No, they do have some like saisons that are soaked in oak fodder.
It's like a whole set of terminology. I'm like, what is that word? Is that English?
Yeah, basically this wouldn't be something that you would let sit in a barrel or soak in wood or something like that. This is something that you'd want to enjoy fresh. The stuff that they throw in barrels is usually stuff that you can, throw in a cellar.
Okay.
And you can let it sit for a couple years and crack
And
it later,
just-
and it'll develop. The characteristics will change.
Right. Like it ferments.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Right on. Yeah, dude. I'm like, I had stopped drinking IPAs. To be honest, like I don't think I've bought one for myself in like, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 years. I just kind of got over it. I would like, I like to have, I think I like the idea of the quantity. I don't know if that's weird or anyone out there, but I like the idea of the quantity where I'm like, if I drink like 3-4 IPAs, I'm like, oh goodness gracious, which is probably what's gonna happen at the end of this one. But if I drink like 4 or 5 light beers, I'm like, all right, good, that's fine. Crush a can on the head, throw it to the side. I'm like, I'm good, And then I'd probably go like double that and be fine.
Oh yeah.
I think I've enjoyed like the quantity of it, or like maybe because I was in high school and like we do like chugging contests or something. So then sometimes you're like, oh yeah, you want a shotgun? Yeah, let's go. You and me, all right? When you chug it, then it's like you're good. You're not dying. I think if I chugged an IPA, I'd be like, I got a total head change, dude. Like, did we just change altitudes or what? Like,
For
it's
sure.
but it definitely has more. There's more characteristic to it. It's more, in a sense, like if you're an enthusiast, connoisseur, however you want to call it, is like it becomes interesting. You can actually dissect the idea of what the beer is and how it comes to be created. You don't find light beer guys that are like, yeah, I made this super light crisp beer and the notes are great, and then it just kind of ends there. But then it's like, they're not putting a Coors Light in like a bourbon barrel, or they're not letting it sit, or they don't have different like they might have like, oh, Coors Light lime or some bullshit like that.
No, there's definitely more depth.
There's
for sure more depth. There's more.
It's like a recipe, like a cooking recipe, like.
There's definitely more love into it. It's not just, they're like usually small batches, so it's not just getting like mass produced the same thing over and over again. That's why you can't really, I guess you can be a connoisseur, but not really being into like I guess like Budweiser, stuff like that.
I feel like light beer is made for more like mass wholesale, like you got a quinceañera, here's 34 six-packs,
exactly.
You take IPAs, like that's why they sell them in an individual bottle. And it's so expensive, like there must be a lot of work that goes into it, because you can get like a 40 of a Bud Light and it's like, all right, cool, $4. All right, I'm set.
No, exactly. It was crazy seeing that transition, because when I got into craft beer, it was I was drinking Stone, so it was like 6-packs of bottles, and then I was watching everything go into like cans, and then watching the prices go from, it was cheaper, but once we got to the prices of the craft beer, it was like 4-packs for $20. And then I was getting used to that for a while, but at first it was like, I'm not gonna spend that much money. But then, I don't know, it just became normal. I was living next to Palm Springs Liquor in La Mesa, so I was just walking distance. They always had cool stuff. I was always grabbing stuff from there. So 20 ended up becoming a normal, and then 25, like here and there, would be like, damn, but still get them,
Yeah, it's how would you say, like you're pretty much getting like the same output if you want like a buzz out of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you probably get the same output, 4 instead of like a 12 pack, like it's almost the same idea. But I don't know, I find it to be, and I know it's like kind of like going into it a lot, but I think it's cool because it's like being a foodie, like instead of a foodie, you guys fill in the blank, because I don't know what type of
Drinky.
a drunkie. Drunkie.
Yeah, drunkie. There we go. Yeah, that'll work.
And then after you become a drunkie, you become a foodie, because then you get the drunchies, and so it's like a whole equation that happens there. But
lovely mix, of course.
I know, doesn't it? And then it like accentuates the food that you eat. Like it tastes so good. Like you're like, dude, that carne asada burrito tastes way better on the second time in. Like.
Oh yeah.
Like you ate half of it, like how I did now, right before the show, and then all of a sudden we're gonna have it later, and I'll be like, dude, this carne asada got better overnight. You're like, dude, it's still the same day. I'll be like, shut up, it still tastes good.
That's definitely how it's gonna be. No, yeah.
And then I got thirsty because I was like, I probably won't drink too much because I want to leave some room. And now I'm just like, man, I'm almost done with this thing. Go. And I can. I'm like, I think I can feel it already, but I won't let you guys know. You guys didn't hear that, all right?
Mirko's fine. He's amazing.
I get my cool little Charizard glass I get to use for this show. It's super dope. I was like super into Pokemon when I was little. I was 10 years old. 10? Maybe 9? And then they started coming out, and I saw this like rich kid, had this whole table. They had a show and tell. He had a whole table, had like the Charizard. I think he had like 1 to 251 or whatever, right? And I was like, what is this? Then I saw it, and then immediately it was like, I gotta have it. Like I gotta get some. I want in on it. And then, my parents didn't have that much money. So, like, paying, like, $5 for a pack of cards, they're like, what? Like, cards? Like, what do you... No, we'll go buy, like, go get some food. We got to go to the store. Like, we're not... my parents didn't make much money. So, it was like I had to figure out a way to get the stuff. So I would have to like either try to do like work around places and get
Yep.
some money. And then, and then I would do that. And then I ended up seeing people playing. And then, like, I already loved the card game when I saw it. And then I started playing Pokemon on the Game Boy. Oh my gosh, dude.
It was over after that.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I don't know what it is about those cards. Just, yeah, as a little kid seeing those cards, you're like, it's a piece of cardboard, but
It's so
I need it.
they're so dumb how they're like the Pokemon say their own name like in like different pitches and like in different parts, like they only use part of it. So instead of saying like Squirtle, they're like Squirt, and then you're like, oh yeah, I know he was saying he needed to go attack that one Vulpix, you know, because he had to kick his ass, you know, like it was that time. But it's so dumb, you know, like they don't even speak English. They speak in their own. They don't even bark at each other. They just
And they
speak
get
their own name.
controlled by a random human.
Yeah, in an electronic ball that they apparently hide in, and they could totally kick their trainer's ass, but they don't.
Why don't you?
They don't.
Why don't you? Kick your trainer's ass. Be your own person.
Dude, be your own person. Speaking of which,
Exactly. Well, since we're talking about Pokemon,
where's the drum set?
we got this one, Octo Kraken. Let me see.
Oh, that one looks like a Pokemon, isn't it?
Try to get in that camera.
Yeah.
Try to get in.
Which one? If you keep it closer to your face, it's already on a manual focus, so the focus is on you. So it won't auto adjust. I left it so that it stays nice and good. So we'll see. We'll get them. I'll get all the clips. Like
he'll get a nice picture for you, or I will. We'll both get pictures.
We'll team up.
But these guys are 450 North out of Indiana. These guys are.
Do you ever use your name in like daily expressions, like if you made a wrong turn in a bad neighborhood and you're like, oh, we're in murky water here.
Let me see. I know I do use it sometimes. Let me see. I gotta think of an instance for you.
Or like you're maybe in the house and like you had that little ball of trash and you threw it in the trash can and you're like Merc, like you just like nailed it. Or like your nephew's running around and you have that Nerf gun, you're like boom, and you shoot him, you're like Merc.
Merked him.
You just take him out like that.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure. I know I do use it. I just can't think of it now.
I'm like a lot of puns / like, dude, those things are like thick. That shit looks like it's beet juice.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, if you want to know a funny little fact, is I might not have the fact entirely scripted, that my vocabulary is gonna like entirely fall in line with the definition of it. But the basic idea is, I was looking at it and it reminded me of the beet juice. I ended up looking up because I would drink like energy drinks, right? A lot of us do, and you're like, I can sleep, I need something, or even not even that, you're just kind of dragging. And so I ended up doing research that beet juice has, if I'm correct, it's nitric acid, which nitric acid, which we'll go into, is a type of like you'll get more energy, right? So by doing so, by intaking the beets, that the nitric acid that it has, what it does is it ends up opening like your veins and your blood vessels and everything. It expands them. By doing so, it lets more blood flow through, which in a sense you get more oxygen to your muscles, your brain, and everything. So at that point, that goes to you getting more energy. So when you drink beet juice, especially, the best way to do it is like I would think, right? It only makes sense if your body's asking for something, like if you're thirsty, and especially if you haven't eaten anything, then your body's thirsty for food, for fuel, and also thirsty for water. So if you drink like a decent cup of beet juice, your body would absorb the majority of that, instead of saying, oh, I'm full, this other half's going to go to fat, or you're going to, pee it out or whatever, right? You would intake a lot of that. I've done it in the morning where it's like the first thing in the morning, and I would wait, and then all of a sudden my body's like, I'm hungry, dude. You're on your way to your work. You haven't eaten anything. And I'm like, all right, don't worry. And then my mom used to hook me up and make me the beet juice. I told her about it. She's like, oh yeah. My mom ended up getting off of some medication.
Straight beets?
I mean, I've done beets with like apples and like broccoli to get the greens and stuff like that. I try to do it real pure so that I don't filter it, because you lose a lot of the fiber when you filter it.
Okay.
Which is why when they say when you juice, like, you lose a lot of the benefits of the vegetables and fruits that you're losing by filtering it, by straining it, right? You want it nice and murky. so that
Stay
when you
murky.
take it in, right?
Speaking of beet juice, let's get to
Woo,
it.
it tastes like it.
So beet
I
juice?
mean, is it really?
No.
Oh, I was like, this total turn in the flavor from that other one is like,
Oh yeah, big
but it's
difference.
awesome.
So the first one was like a IPA, and this one is a smoothie style Berliner Weiss. We got blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and grape.
Dude, I was like, is it really got beet juice in it?
No,
'Cause-
but when you were talking about it, I was thinking like, maybe we should throw some beet juice in a sour and see how that
Yeah.
works out. Why not? You getting some healthy aspects out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like like a super healthy guy, but it's like it's kind of an eye opener that like even there's nitric acid in beets and there's nitric acid in like in kale and a lot of greens have it, even broccoli has it, but beets apparently it's real concentrated in it. But anyways, just to go off of that tangent and everything, yeah, basically you'll just get energy off of it, and I would do that and I would drink it with. It'd be kind of clumpy, as we didn't have like a badass food processor thing that chops it all up.
Yeah.
But it would be as good as we can. We had like a Ninja or whatever, boom, blended it, and I would drink everything, even with the particles, the pulp. I guess you would say.
Was it filling? Did it get you full, or did you still need to eat
Not
something
necess-
after?
Sometimes I would, but I would definitely wait like 30 minutes so that my body would absorb it, and then like I would feel it, dude. I used to get tingles in my forearms. And I was like, dude, this stuff's working.
That's nice.
And it was just beets, dude. It was just beets, a bunch of greens like apples, broccoli, kale. My mom, I think she used to put aloe and like a little bit of lemon and ginger. I like ginger normally. Like when I eat sushi, I get like slices of ginger, like big ass clumps on each bite,
Loaded up.
But some people like to put lemon to curb the bitterness of the ginger pussies. And so, yeah, so I do it like that. And then, sorry, I tend to do this a lot. This podcast is supposed to be about you, but then I get stuck on certain things sometimes, and I'm like, I gotta tell them. So
No worries.
So
no
I'm
worries.
all pussies, right? And then some people are like, oh, that's vulgar. But you know the word pussy, you know what it comes from?
Where does it come
Comes from the word pusillanimous. Pusillanimous stands for being a coward. So it's not really vulgar. People associate the word pussy, and it's
Yeah,
weird for them to
yeah.
hear it, and they associate it with, the female genitalia, right? And trust me, I can get vulgar sometimes. We all can, I can throw some profanities out there. But in case some people didn't know that the word pussy actually comes from the word pusillanimous. So
The more you know.
you're being a little bitch. That's because you're a coward.
What's the original word?
Pusillanimous?
Pusillanimous.
I believe it's Pusilanimus, I believe. I'll use it in a sentence.
Yeah. Can I get a place of origin?
We'll go after that on another day.
I was watching.
I'm not there yet.
There was some funny. I was watching a spelling bee video. There was like a couple of them that I watched like just recently. They were funny. They were just crazy long words, and he had like the whole thing. It was like he was like saying like 18, 20 letters, like something crazy. I didn't even know what he was saying.
Dude, and then they're like 10 years old, and I'm like, dude, killing me. What am I doing with my life? I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't even know how to start that word.
I know you're all.
W.
Can you give me a week and
Yeah,
Google?
exactly.
A week in Google, please. Can I get a Google pass?
Can I phone a friend?
Can I phone Google? Siri, hello Siri. She's like, bitch, you're gonna have someone else.
Siri, are you there?
She's all nah. I'm stay silent. I ain't helping your ass. I don't know how to spell it either. Siri doesn't know how to spell it
Yeah,
either.
she's not the greatest listener either.
Some of these kids, dude, they're nuts, and it's just kind of weird because they're always like from foreign countries,
Yep.
Like I don't think I've ever really seen many that are like from the States. I mean, I know there are, but they come from foreign countries, and I'm like, dude, you think they're hungrier to succeed? They're just like,
That's what it seems like.
we're stuck on our phones and all the like the material stuff, and they're like, well, I got education, I got a book, I can be in class, I don't have time for phones, I can't afford a phone, or I don't know.
Yeah.
We're too privileged, so we get stuck on all the stuff that makes us comfortable.
Entitled for no reason.
Yeah, we got it good here, dude. We don't have to worry about like death on the daily,
Yeah.
So it's a blessing, you know what I mean?
No, definitely.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, there's definitely places out there where You definitely got to watch out for your life every day.
Man, who brought the vibe down in this room, dude? What the heck? Let's make it positive. All right. We don't want to get too negative here. Always, good wishes. Good things for the people in the other world that they don't have much. But right now we're taking advantage of the moment. We're here. I'm really glad that you're out here.
Living life. Glad to be here. Happy to be here.
We've been, had a rescheduling. I almost forgot that it was today. I thought it was supposed to be yesterday. Long story short, we're here now. So this one, if you can, you told me this one is also here, local?
No, these guys are Indiana. Yeah, these are 450 North Brewing.
So they're all called slushies when they're like this? Like when they're like super not filtered or has a lot of pulp, or what is it? Or what's the deal?
I guess it's more so of a term that other people use for, I guess, this type of drink. But slushy is basically their like sour line, their sour series, if you would. And then they have like a bunch of sub-series, like, in between that.
So is this more like it's because it's more tart? Is that what sour means?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the sours are gonna be more tart, but you're getting sours now with like marshmallows in it for sweetness. They're loading up on vanilla.
Marshmallow, like the actual plant, or
like the fluff, like
the
like
fluff. Okay, because marshmallow comes from a plant, correct?
I didn't know that.
I believe it does.
I love marshmallows, but
yeah, I think there's
the
like
more you know.
I think there's like a marshmallow root. I think it's called marshmallow root. But I don't know if that really relates to marshmallows or they just call it marshmallow. I really don't know. But
it could be something similar.
I mean, if it was marshmallow root, why would somebody say, I'm just gonna call something else marshmallow and just make it out of inflated sugar?
Yeah, no, I feel like
know.
they're artificial for sure. They're definitely fake.
No, I mean, it's not like I just plucked like 4 marshmallows, off of my marshmallow tree.
That'd be cool.
But that would be cool. It'd be like Willy Wonka status. But I was just saying, I wonder if they derive a flavor like vanilla is from a flower, right? Like a flower. So then people make vanilla ice cream, and it's like, oh, I caught the vanilla ice cream before it melted off of the, like they're doing that. But like maybe it's the same idea that they culture an ingredient, and they just because of that, because maybe it has a significant name, they made it into a marshmallow, and then they turned it into what's called a marshmallow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Into the little fluffy things we love today.
I don't know. I feel like I'm asking stoner questions, Like, I don't even smoke, but I'm like, I would totally be the type to get into like stoner questions.
So wild, just like thinking too hard.
I think I'm gonna have like a section in this podcast where it's like the mind of a stoner, and then it's like, do you smoke? And be like, no, but I can totally act like one, and like legitimately ask those questions,
No, yeah, they have some pretty wild questions that sometimes we don't really think about.
Yeah, like, what if Spider-Man was Spider-Pig? And then you're like, dude, it blows my mind. Like you never know. Like, I don't know, you get like crazy stuff,
Some stuff you
what
wouldn't.
if the world was flat? And you're like,
randomly think of,
Let's just go to the end and see what happens. Yeah, it's nuts. I haven't gone there, not yet. We'll get there maybe after like the 3rd one or 4th one. I don't know.
We'll start digging to China.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
How do you feel
Speaking
about
of digging, you've been busy all week and stuff.
We're not talking about digging. Oh man. Oh, digging sucks.
Yeah, I know. I was doing that shit.
How are you feeling about this beer?
This one is interesting. It seems. So, do you ever have any pairings that you like to do with your IPAs, or do you just strictly like to take in the IPA itself and not really worry about what you're going to eat with it?
Yeah. Usually, I'll just go ahead and drink and think about eating later or have a quick snack before. If I do pairings, it's usually going to be like if it's a s'mores themed sour, like triple berry, marshmallow, graham crackers, all that. Maybe I'll I'll pair it with a s'more.
Oh really? Like legit? Literally?
I try to do like the literal pairings. Like they'll try to mimic like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'll do it more so for the picture, but I'll also taste it to see how close they can get to it.
Have you So I went to a beer, which I'll get into exactly what I'm getting into this, but I went to like a beer tasting spot, like a restaurant. I think it was like a BJ's or something like that. And then they were like, okay, we have this blonde ale that you're gonna have with fish and chips.
Yeah.
I don't like warm seafood. I'm like, it's weird. I like ceviche, I like sushi, and I might eat some fish tacos from like Rubio's. But other than that, like that, I don't get into warm seafood.
I like the warm seafood, like the lobster.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
If I had like a shitload of lime, I would.
Yeah.
But if not, like I'm just like,
Gotta be
no, it's just
cold.
too fishy. I don't know. Like I can eat tuna, and I heard tuna's like real fishy, but other than that, like I don't really get into it unless it's like ceviche. Like I'm Peruvian, so we'll like eat like Peruvian ceviche, and like it's like full of garlic and like a bunch of mix of stuff, and I like everything like octopus, clams, mussels, everything. I'll demolish. But like worm, I just can't. I can't do it, dude. And we have a lot of plates that are like seafood based, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Peru's like seafood capital. Like one of their biggest exports is like anchovies, and they get like a bunch, and like they make a lot of money out of that. Then we get the El Nino that hits, so the warm currents bring a lot of fish. Anyways, you're like all these Snapple facts.
No, yeah. Hey, I'm learning. I'm learning every day. I love it. Yeah,
Are you writing it down? I'm gonna ask you next time. No, so I went to this spot too, and then we ended up trying like they specifically pick like a Newcastle brown ale, right? And these are not IPAs, and I don't know how people pair with IPAs.
Yeah.
But,
So the you're gonna get the blonde ale paired with the fish and chips because it's a lighter, not as heavy, and that's
crisp.
something light and crispy that'll go well with like your fish and chips, which is. Well, if they're doing like a pairing like that, I figured that they usually do like courses of pairing, or maybe they just have like, a set meal.
No, these were like a little like 3-4 bites of food, 5 bites of food, and then the next one was actually like the Newcastle brown ale with a barbecue pulled pork sandwich.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it was like that. But that's why I was asking. Like, I don't know if you've seen with IPAs and stuff like that if they come up with pairings for this type of stuff. But to be honest, like this tastes like something like I would have with like I don't know, like fruit or like
something you'd have for breakfast, right? Like a breakfast smoothie.
I'm telling you, bro, it does remind me of the beets thing.
The beets,
the beets.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of Doug. You remember Doug?
Yeah. I just got a really cool.
They're like the beats. You remember they had that band?
Now I got a really cool Doug glass lately.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
It's him as a
you
quail
remember
man.
Doug? Do you remember Doug? Like the whole show? Oh,
yeah.
dude.
No, the glass I got is him with as Quail Man.
Oh yeah.
You remember when he
Hell
would become his alter ego?
His little belt, his underwear's on the top. He had a big old cue.
That was my favorite part of the show for sure.
Dude, it was. I don't know. Every time I hear the beats, I always think of the beats, and then, like everybody's like yelling about it. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Those shows were dope, dude. 90s shows. I feel like me talking to my sister, her talking about her 80s shows. Her 80s things. You know what I mean? But oh, dude, this is so dope. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like a nerdy thing, but like I've been having some equipment issues where my recordings weren't going farther than 30 minutes, and I'd have to get up every 30 minutes and press record and then sit back down and do it all over again. Not all over again, but I'd have to like press record, come back, and then we're good. And I would have like 2.5 hour shows, so I'd get up at least like 5 times, and I'm like jumping through chords and stuff, and like I upgraded everything and I set it all up so that now we don't have to worry about that.
We're golden,
and it's nice and smooth.
Yeah, no, running good, running.
Yeah,
great.
It's dope. Sorry, it's like a nerdy thing.
No, I love nerdy things too. I appreciate people getting into whatever nerdy things that they're into and geeking out about it, because I mean that's what I do all the time with these beers, with these glasswares. Like you were saying, the 90s, all the 90s cartoons and stuff. It's cool seeing all these breweries throw it on labels, or the artwork that they do with it or within the glassware.
All these guys are like orange. These people busting out.
I'm not sure, but they're pertaining. It seems like everything they're doing is pertaining to mostly like the 90s. I see more 90s influence than like the 80s cartoons, but we'll still get some here and there, but it's gonna be predominantly for like the 90s.
Yeah, it's dope, dude. Like like everything I'd seen, like Dragon Ball Z stuff and Pokemon stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm already sold.
Yeah,
Pokemon was like a huge ass hit when Pokemon Go came. When it came, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, I even got my lady, and then I even think she was like pregnant at the time, and it was like 9:30 at night, and I was like, hey, I hear there's a lot going on at Coronado Island, and like I'm over here in East County, so it's it's like a 35-minute drive at night, and we're like, let's go. Like, all right, let's go. So at 9:30 at night, we jammed out there, right? We probably got there around like 10. And there's like at least 40 people on this center island of Coronado. Like one of those.
I remember.
Yeah. Okay. So we'd go over there, dude, and we're like, oh yeah, I got the Snorlax. Or you're like, oh, I got the Chansey. And you're like, all right. We're probably there for like a good hour and a half, dude. And then, we got over it. I was
How long were you guys doing it for?
Up until they started coming out with everything past, for the nerds out there, anything past the Johto League, which was past the extra 100 Pokemon they added. So past the 350, I was pretty much over because I wasn't into it past high school, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was into it, and then going into high school, and then you got older and girls and stuff, so you're kind of like, maybe I'll kind of veer away a little bit from Pokemon and stuff. But I was into like Yu-Gi-Oh. No,
no, hell no. I was Pokemon. I was like it was just always a thing, no matter what. It was always there somewhere in the background.
And I was into Yu-Gi-Oh.
You
like really big.
You
yeah,
I was more so into the show. I did try to start playing it when it first came out, but it was more so just collecting the artwork because their artwork was nuts.
There was, and I feel dumb about it, but I ended up selling all my stuff way before the hit of like when everything blew up. Like you've seen, right? Like people have PSA 10 Charmanders selling for like I don't know how many thousands of dollars, and I'm like, oh my god, no, this is me. I look like the emoji, bro. I'm like this.
It's mostly that Charizard. That Charizard's the money.
No, it was, but no, like legitimately, like a Charmander. I don't even think they were talking about Charizards, bro. I'd see Charmanders. What was it? Like the no shadow Charmanders or the shadow? What is it?
Yeah.
Okay, shadowless. Yeah, shadowless Charmander, PSA 10 selling for like a couple thousand or something like that.
Damn.
And I didn't see anything about Charizard, and I'm like, damn, I had Charizard, I had Charmander. I had like almost a whole set. And I think I sold it for like $100, dude.
Yikes.
Like before everything was starting to kick up, I was like, oh, like I didn't see it coming. Sold it for like $150. And then my whole Yu-Gi-Oh set too, it's $150. And I was like, yeah, with the $100, at least I made something off of it. And then I look, and like 3-4 months later,
everything's going for way more.
Everything was like going crazy, and I'm like,
yeah, I hate when that happens for sure. Yeah, it sucks.
I just did it to clear out room. I was like, I'm clearing out stuff. Like, bro, you don't even know. I have so much like equipment boxes I keep because I'm like, I don't know. What if I I have some warranty stuff, and then the year comes in, and then like, all right, cool. I start checking boxes out, and then I saw those things there, and my lady's like, dude, you have all these boxes in here, and I go, I don't know. What if I end up, I don't want this camera anymore. I sell it. I go buy some other stuff.
Yeah,
I take that money, throw it there. You never know. People want the whole original setup and everything, and then yeah, dude, it was like. I felt like such an idiot.
Yeah, that's how I am with all my glassware and my Pokemon. All my Pokemon card collection is pretty wild.
You're all, drink it, but don't put your lips on it. And I'm like, okay.
No,
Where's your straw? Where's your straw, Mircko?
I usually try to get doubles because, I mean, it's glass and it does break.
Yeah.
But, like, it's crazy, like, seeing a...
If I see some of these, bro, I'll definitely think of you, man. I know you're more into the cups and the glasses and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would definitely, I'll keep you in mind because, like, these arts, like, if I saw this, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm going to get double, one for him, one for me,
Yeah, for sure.
I would do that, for sure.
No, there's a lot of cool...
He's digging into the stock, guys. He came all set up.
We'll go a little bit sweeter from the last one.
Sweeter?
They'll be from the same guys.
These are like gnarly looking covered like cans, bro. That looks awesome.
We got a banana cream cheesecake.
Dude.
Slushy XL from 450 North. Take a look at that bad boy.
Dude.
Read the bottom for us in your announcer voice.
Okay. 450 North Brewing Company. Awesome, dude. Banana cream cheesecake slushy XL. So this is the same company? No.
Yeah, it's the same company. So this is like their like basic format. Their like their main series is gonna be their Slushy XL, and then this one they're getting into the Slushy trading card series. So they have like a lot of sub series.
Do they have cards that come with their beers or anything?
This one, well, they have stickers. Like they usually drop like a set of stickers, and like the sticker shaped as a card. Sad I didn't get one, but
dude, that'd be cool.
I will find one.
I will find you. That's the last of the Mohicans, in case you guys seen it.
That's when these guys out.
So this is smoothie style Berliner Weiss with banana, cream cheese, and graham cracker. Dude, that sounds crazy. Like I feel like it's a fake beer. I don't. It doesn't even sound like a real beer. Do you want me to rinse these?
Yeah, let's rinse these.
Yeah, do you want to like full wash or do you want me to rinse it real quick?
Yeah, just
okay.
Just get
all right, give me a sec. He's gonna hold the fort. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, so this is gonna be a sweeter guy. The one we had before was a little more tart. I prefer the ones with the triple berries, or just berries in general. This one, the one we had previously, was blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and grape. Those grape undertones were very interesting, but you're mostly getting the tartness from the berries. It was berry juice up front, but the little grape juice at the end. And this one's gonna be a lot sweeter. Definitely less tart. There's no berries in here for tartness, or I guess any fruits that'll be tart. You're just getting your banana, cream cheese, and your graham cracker. Ready? The crack?
Yeah, I just brought some paper towels so we can wipe down the other portions there. I had some residual slushiness hanging out already.
Those are the ones I like, the thick ones that stain the glass.
Oh, nice.
The ones that leave your glass all pulpy.
I think of stains of glass. I think of remember in that movie? Did you ever watch the movie Hall Pass?
Hall Pass, I don't think so.
No, with Owen Wilson. He's pretty much the only guy I really know on there.
He's usually the main actor of the whole.
Yeah,
anything
him. But
anyways.
it was the other guy too that was in. No, he wasn't in The Hangover. What the heck? What movie?
Vince Vaughn is usually with him.
Yeah. But no, he wasn't. That's
Not
Wedding Crashers, and
not
I
this
don't know what
time.
else. Dude, that front cover is like crazy. I feel like every time I look at your posts, because this guy has like some pretty cool posts, pretty consistent posts, which really makes your profile. Is cheers. Dude, that is so weird. It's cool, but it's so weird.
It's different, right?
Dude, that is nuts.
This isn't something you're just gonna randomly fall across on. This is something you have to search for, do your research on, and
Okay, guys. So this is my interpretation. All right.
Let's
Let's try it one more time. One more time.
Okay.
One more time.
Let's
This is
cover
the
it all.
first time I've been. I'm gonna get real close into this mic. It's gonna be like real like ASMR, you know?
Ooh, yeah, I like those. That was nice.
It was nice.
I need to try one of those.
A ver. Sounded like a bong, really.
Yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
All right. So I taste the banana for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like there was a mix of like a key lime pie type of feel like at the top. But it looks like a key lime pie too.
I am getting that too.
Cream cheese, so the I'm assuming that tardiness is the cheese.
Yeah, definitely. Has to be
And
the
then like
cheese.
you have like a little like a note, right? Is that how you'd say it? Like a
It's-
little hint
Or is it
of that like graham crackerness?
Yeah, you're getting the hit at the end.
It's probably
but
more
that,
like that cinnamon.
That cheese is kind of like sour, like turned.
Oh, yeah. That
like that's the sourness, the tartness that we're
yeah,
getting
that's like
from
the
from
it's like the
cheese.
peak of that flavor. You know, you banana intro, you cheesecake peak, and you graham cracker take it home. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, that was pretty good. And then at the end of the day, you try the whole thing, and then you look at what's in your cup, and you're like, it looks like a melted banana cheesecake. Either like I have like if you let it sit still, it looks like a flan. You know, like a
there's this is thin. This is thin compared to the stuff that I prefer.
this is weird. It's weird because like, you know, like I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to be like that. I don't know.
The viscosity is
You're-
thicker. It's a little
You're,
chewy.
you're bringing me into this new dimension. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at,
Welcome, come in. You're
This
here
is-
to stay.
dude. This is cool. I'm super excited. I'm like looking. I'm already thinking. I'm like, when we schedule the next one, so we get a whole other batch.
Exactly. No, yeah. That's.
I'm
what's
like,
cool
I'll place
about
my
it is
order, and then I want a signature cup.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
I'm like, I'll place my order. You tell them, and I'll be like, don't worry, I got you. Like, I'll pay you for it. You get me my. Maybe I'll get one that says like Mircko Media on it or something,
yeah.
and
No.
then we'll have MurkyBoiz and Mircko Media right there. Bam, we'll get like a badass little thumbnail
We'll
shot.
just get a bunch of tasters. We'll just get a set of tasters.
Dude, that'd be sick.
We'll throw a little event.
Dude, that'd be dope.
VIP members, get a cool glass.
What if we did something like that?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Well, it'd have to be something involving your media, You know,
Yeah,
it'd have
we'll
to be
do.
an event so you can a platform for you to grow and gain too from as
I
well.
don't know.
And I'll just be there, you know,
We
drinking.
need a. I know you're like, this is the MurkyBoiz booth.
Come and have a drink.
I'm about to get murky.
Let's get murky.
Let's get murky.
Let's get murky. Get your murk on.
I'd be down, dude. That sounds interesting. You know what is funny? I was talking to the other cat that I was on with last week, and we got into, I don't know what we got into, right? Just like everything goes, right? It's like at least the way I think it goes is the conversations with me are like rabbit holes, you know, like once you go to one thing and then it just jumps to another, and then you're like, how did we end up here? You know, you're all, Mircko, open your eyes. I'm like, I think I can. I don't know.
I don't know where I'm
I'm
at.
in a banana cream water slide right now, and
Banana Island.
I was talking to him, and then he was like, dude, what if we just do like, we'll just talk shit to like everybody else, and we'll do like a Twitch like Call of Duty thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be dope. Like, I don't know, like all those ideas are coming, and then you're like, hey, what if we do some like medical media MurkyBoiz mixer thing with like other VAPs, creatives, you know, people that are like, and I'm like, dude, that'd be dope too. Like,
yeah, do it. No, do it.
Ideas
do it
are like.
No, yeah, definitely
Like,
do it all.
just like you
wanna...
see them and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, that idea. There's exactly.
There's too many ideas. I'm definitely trying to grab them all, trying to do as much as I can. There's a lot of fun stuff going on, a lot of fun stuff that I want to continue to do. I mean, especially within this, it's just been growing, a lot of networking, you know.
Yeah. No, hell yeah.
It's just continuously growing and meeting new connections and new experiences and trying new things. And you know, I want to throw an event somehow, some way with somebody, do something, but you know, just drink.
You haven't found the right people yet?
Not yet.
Or you've been planning?
But haven't found the right people yet, but we'll get there, you know. I've been talking to people here and there, networking, always networking.
Yeah, dude, that would be. We could do something where we get a hall or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll throw some badass. I don't know. We'll talk about this off air.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this off air.
Definitely,
but
definitely.
Anybody looking to get their name out there, sponsor, because we're
growing.
Small guys here.
Small guys ready to grow.
Small guys here, but like
continuing to grow.
Small guys with big appetites, you know.
Oh yeah.
Small guys in the world, but big appetites. Looking to grow this up. A big networking event is something that we're looking to do.
Yeah.
Finding
definitely.
a place, getting a big lineup. You know, even just a mix of individuals, from obviously some
everything.
type of connoisseurs to creatives to anything, any professionals,
Anybody and everybody.
and then maybe we'll get it all lined up. But you guys should inquire on this if you're really genuinely interested. Oh, dude, what week are we in? We're mid-April.
Mid-April.
Oh, we just finished class, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude,
yeah.
finally.
Thank goodness, man.
Yeah. Okay. What cheers to that for sure. So we just finished class.
Woo.
Electrical class.
5 years of
That's,
school.
no, yeah, you did 5. I only did 4, but you know, I'm planning on going somewhere else, so that's why I didn't cry about it, because I was gonna try to switch to your program and I didn't do it. Anyways, I won't get too much into that, guys. But we just do like some electrical schooling stuff.
Oh yeah, finally finished schooling and it feels good. Last week just happened.
Oh yeah, I know. We're like
A lot of free time opening up. A lot of envisions gonna be brought to life.
No more have to like go to work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go home.
Man.
I wouldn't even go home, bro, because my drive was such a drive. I would stay, so I'd get off at like 2. I'd wait around until 5, and then I finally get home at like 9. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm so over this.
No, yeah, exactly. So, this last week, or like this last month, I just started working at a UCSD, and it'd be like 30 minutes to get home.
Oh yeah.
So I would get off at 3:30, get home by like 4, come say hi to my girlfriend, say hi to the cats, change my clothes. Not even get the shower.
Yeah.
Literally just get home, say hi to everybody, change my clothes, and I'm off to school.
I was just staying, bro. I was in work boots all the time. I was like,
yeah.
dude, like.
No, I had to change
I'm
something.
like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I mean, I would have shoes in the car.
Yeah.
But I'd be like 20, 25 minutes. I go, I think I'm just going to kick it.
Some of those days would be long. I'd have to go home and change my socks.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I had to
get
go
some
home.
fresh ones
I had to
on.
go home and turn my underwears inside out because
So, yeah, something, you know. But I need to and give my butt a
when,
nice
when
wipe.
you're at the end of the laundry and you're like, I got no chonies, and your girlfriend's like, hey, turn them inside out, puto. Come on, what are you gonna do? No, you're gonna have to wear the same ones, huh?
Oh man.
I don't want to get a whiff of ass while I'm over here trying to make breakfast this morning. You still didn't wash the underwear.
No one wants that.
Speaking of which, damn, I gotta do laundry today. Son of a bitch.
Laundry's never ending. There's
No,
always it's always there. It's always
I
constant.
think my kid has more clothes than us, and I have a lot. Like I get hot real easy, so I end up showering like twice a day sometimes. And like I play, my goal is to start playing soccer about 4 times a week. So I'm on I play 2 times and newly acquired a third day, and I'm trying to get to 4. So I'm already like using a set of clothes, and then like we go to work, and so we got to shower. And then they come back, and then you're in regular clothes, and then it's like, dude, so much clothes just goes out. I'm like,
No, yeah, same here. Like I started working out as well, so I was working out like 4 times a week on top of going to school twice a week.
yeah,
So my schedules during the week were pretty crazy. I was burning through a lot of clothes.
dude, you're like, I was turning them inside out.
Yeah.
Then you turn them around and you put the front to the
Yeah,
back, and
no,
like, I don't know. It's
And
like, I don't know how many options I got left.
2 more uses right there. Boom, boom.
Oh shit, dude. Then you're like, I started wearing pasties. My girl's pasties. That's all we got left. They're like, what do we do now?
I just ended up just throwing a sock over my guy.
That's it. One sock there.
Just one sock
One
there.
sock clenched between the cheeks. And you're just like, I got it, guys. I got it. I don't know how we got into this, but like I'm a real rabbit hole type of person. Like the moment we start with one idea, it just kind of
Just
goes.
flow with it. Yeah, I'm all about going with the flow. I'm fine with it all.
Have
We
you-
can talk about anything.
So have you started working? Trying to get back on track here, right, guys? Have you started working with anyone specific or directly? Because like half of these, you're not. From what it looks like, you're not buying all of this stuff per se. You have partners in a sense, right? That you're working with or something like that.
For the most part, I am buying everything.
Okay.
Everything like, I mean, I've gotten some stuff thrown at me like Stone has sent me beer.
Yeah.
They sent me beer here and there. I've had a couple other companies send beer. Black Plague.
Oh, okay.
But there's somebody that I might pursue working with.
Nice.
I've had a Tavor, which is they ship beer. They collect beer from other places and they ship beer. I've had them send me a pretty cool box of random goodies. So yeah, slowly but surely. But I definitely do want to work with somebody.
And then this weekend, not this weekend because today's Sunday, but this weekend coming up, which you and I are supposed to be linking up and doing something. Is that a talkable topic, or is that something to remain under wraps until you get it all out?
We'll keep it under wraps just because nothing is for sure set in concrete.
Right.
But it does sound very promising and does sound like we
Cool.
will have something coming up.
Cool. So basically, it's a local business that is a potential for the gentleman here, and then a potential for maybe me to like roll through and chime in a little bit and do a little something. But primarily, he's the big guy, and I'm just a little tag along. I'm the little sucker fish.
I found
just kind of hanging out right there, like, hey, you need help.
I found a cool spot to plug you in. I thought I'd give it thought I'd holler it at you, see how you felt about it, see if you'd want to join,
Yeah.
Bring you along with it. I felt I had a pretty cool opportunity, I thought I'd share the wealth.
Yeah, it'd be dope, dude.
It'd be cool, just get our names out there.
The awkward we drink when we don't have anything in the same moment. No, just kidding. No, I do have a lot to say. I'm excited, dude. It'd be dope. That's what the whole part of this podcast is for, is to be opening up, networking, branching out, finding those different avenues. And a lot of it is especially when I work with these other guests and everything like that, is I primarily focus. Like I get people, and they're like, like let's do a podcast or something. And it's like, well, I appreciate you as a friend, but unless like you're hilarious or you're you're offering something, I
Yeah.
guess, specific or something to
Kinda
it.
need to be bringing a little more to the
I
table than just
I
being a buddy.
yeah, like it's and like, hey, I love you. Whoever it is
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
asking,
yeah.
I love you guys. But the way it works is like the whole point of this is a networking slash I bring any local professionals, not even just local. Like I've had somebody come out from like LA and stuff,
Okay.
and I just try to like broaden the horizon so that so that people get to see
Like different aspects of different walks of life and other
yeah
views.
yeah because like a passion is a passion is an inline thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anybody with a passion is a straight and narrow path.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how life works, right? But
Nope.
in the sake of the topic, it's a straight and narrow path.
Yeah.
Passion lies there, but where it changes up and where the different, like we're on a freeway, right? And passion's on that freeway, but the different exits, everybody has a different exit, everybody has a different route to it, but we all end up in the same place, right? Is happiness. Like we all end up being happy with what we're doing, being passionate about what we're doing, going all that. So that's like typically like where I go with the podcast. So like that's why it's cool that we're able to kind of do all this, because like when you bring up like, oh, let's do an event, let's do all that, I'm like, dude, I'm there. Like that's how it works. Like I love to associate, I love to socialize, I love to do the whole thing.
No, yeah, exactly. It doesn't even matter what it is, just putting your name out there on something, just having the chance to do something, to create something of some sort is just fun. I like doing stuff like that.
I've met like artists, like musical artists, and I'm not musically talented.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, I used to want to like be a rapper and do all this stuff or whatever that it was, and then it didn't amount to that or whatever, right? Like I have like poems and stuff so written out that I was passionate about, and then just like it stopped, and I never got into it anymore. But like I never really had a creative bone in my body until like 4 years ago, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I want a camera, like I want to do this, I want to bring lights, I want to make microphones, and that happened recently. And then it ended up going to like, it didn't matter what they did per se. I just wanted to see the fire in their eyes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or like even somebody that's just really into it, like really into something, like that's enough,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
that's what I bring here. So like, that's why I said like some people, if you guys get like a little, like, hey fool, like,
Something
I
that
want to
you
bear your
know-
thing. I'm like,
Something that they're like deep into,
I'm like-
something that they're passionate.
I'm like,
strong
you better be a
about.
comedian or something, because we got to get these people laughing or something. Because like, what are we gonna talk about,
Yeah.
So other than that, I was also thinking about bringing my kid on here just for the sake of a filler podcast. Like if I didn't have a guest that
Yeah,
one week,
for
I'm
sure.
like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have a good one with my kid, and then we'll do have you heard of like Ryan's World?
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
little
dude.
the guy that plays with the toys, right? The little
Yeah,
kid that plays with toys.
amongst many others, dude. That guy is like
Killing it.
huge. Yeah, he's like all over Target, Walmart. He has like a bajillion followers. I just made that word up, but in case you didn't know, I didn't get that at the Merriam-Webster. That was there. I just made that one up,
That's a good one. We're gonna have to create our own dictionary.
dude. I don't even know. Would you say saison? What would you say earlier?
Saison.
Oh, saison.
It's a type of beer. I'm not too familiar with it. Never really went after them.
The only word closest to that I've ever heard of is called liaison, which is to liaise, which is like a bridge between two doesn't have to be corporations. Just to liaise would be to communicate, like a person that bridges the two communications between one party to the other.
So
I
it'd
guess
be
you
a
would say
person.
it could be it would be the person, because you would
So it could be
liaise.
a person, or it could
I used to be a liaison for a company,
Okay.
but you would liaise, so that would mean that you would bridge. Like if you had something to say to me, but I'm another party or another
Mhm.
company or whatever, and then you
one
would tell the
liaison will
person
speak
in the
to
middle,
another
and then he would like relay. So he was like the messenger in a sense,
Okay.
and then he would facilitate the relationship. So
okay.
that means it would bring everything to terms all at once.
Gotcha.
We got a lot of Snapple facts coming for you guys. I don't know.
Oh man, he's hitting
I
me.
don't know
with
where this is going.
He's hitting me with the hard ones today.
So what do you do outside of this? Like outside of obviously, your work, and then your connoisseuring hobbies. Like, do you have something that occupies your time?
Yeah. There's always Pokemon. Pokemon's always. I still play here and there.
Nice.
I'm always collecting cards. I have like a. I guess I have a various collections. I collect tech decks here and there.
Dude.
No, I just got back into
I
it
remember
because
those.
I just seen the back of them. They just started doing rarities. So
Oh,
you know how
really?
like Pokemon, you have your common, uncommon.
Yeah.
Then you have your rare. So they're doing that for tech decks.
Really?
So now I'm always hunting for like all the rare ones. So I have like a box just full of just rare tech decks like in the package. But like when I find doubles, like just to play with or switch out parts like the trucks or the wheels, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Sticker collection
They
is
used to go
crazy.
with the little wrenches.
Yeah.
The wheels.
The sticker collection is crazy. Pins is another big thing.
Really?
And then like just Pokemon.
Like theme park pins or like
everywhere,
Everywhere
and
pins?
anything and everywhere. There's a lot of glass or pin creators,
yeah.
or I guess graphic art designers that are doing a lot of cool pins. They're doing like mashups. Like this one I was looking at earlier, it was like Pokemon, but all of them were like mech, like they were all like robots.
Uh-huh.
I seen this Articuno one that was pretty cool. I definitely need to snag that one.
Do we call them like mecha or something like that?
Yeah,
or?
mecha. I've been seeing those. I feel like there's another word. I mean, they're like mechanical, but
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like robots, like Gundam looking.
I was almost gonna post out my little Gundams and just stand them up here just
You
to
got
go with the
Gundams?
cans. Yeah, I have a couple Gundams in there.
Yeah,
They were from when I was a kid.
you're gonna bring them out when we do the shoot at the
Okay,
end.
okay.
I love
Yeah.
Gundams. You
I was like, they
you're
got-
into Gundams?
I wasn't like really into them, but like I really love the way they look. Like they look so dope. The dimensions, the colors, like it was like a 3D, but like all the shadows, and it would just, I don't know, dude. Like it was enough for me to hold on to them, which is why.
It was
like that.
appealing.
Yes, it was. It was. I don't know. It was
was
like
very
almost more than appealing. I don't.
Visual appealing.
I just think it's so dope because I love tech. So I love a lot of things that are like innovative. I love a lot of things that are technological, like
Yep.
electronics. Like it's just like, which is kind of why it intrigued me to do all this stuff.
Yep,
You know?
exactly. No doubt. No, well,
And
and
so-
to do your career path.
Yeah. Well, the career path actually was like an accident. Like because when I
Oh.
applied, I selected both options.
But it does kind of help out because you're
Yeah.
the visual and audio aspects of it.
in a sense, I mean, I've never, to be honest, I haven't done
You
any
haven't
audio.
Utilized it. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had. I've done it like a little bit, the idea of it, but it definitely just the overall sense of electrical
Mhm.
does help.
Yeah.
But we'll see how long that lasts. As of right now, I'm doing my.
We're not gonna
I'll
say
do
what
my
this
thing.
one is. We're just gonna let you sip.
We're
it
just
and-
gonna go?
and tell me
All right.
what you think it is or what flavors.
I wonder if it's like. Do you have any
You
like?
taste.
Do you ever have any like spicy ones?
Yeah, there
You
are
do?
some spicy ones. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. So this one feels more IPA-ish. I like it. It is a sour. It is a tart one for sure. I felt it in my cheeks. Like when you eat Mexican candy after you haven't had it for a while, and you eat like the tamarindo.
When your
and then
jaw
you
just
feel it,
tingles.
and it just kind of like it makes you salivate. Or you think, or you
dude,
haven't had any in a while, and
yeah.
someone tells you. Even she's like, oh, I kind of fucked it. Se me hizo agua la boca, you know?
No, yeah, I've had some really tart ones where just my jaw is just vibrating, just too much tartness. But this is actually a seltzer. What fruits are you getting?
Okay, wait. I need to like.
He's trying to wrap his head around the fact that it's a seltzer.
I don't want to look at it. I'm trying not to look at the can. Let me see. I'm getting. I mean, I guess I get like a berry-ish. I don't know if I'm just thrown off. I'm still kind of getting the smell of the other cheesecake one, but that's all I was like, cheesecake. Like,
Probably still
yeah.
on the
Still
rim of your
saying a little.
glass.
We didn't smooth that one out.
He
But
didn't wipe his mustache off
but-
from the last one.
um,
So you're
you're getting some berries.
You're head on with the berries. You're getting the blackberry, and probably what's confusing you is the passion fruit.
You know, passion fruit in Spanish, at least in Peru, you know what they call it?
What do they call
Call
it?
it maracuyá.
Haven't heard that.
Haven't heard that. Next one. next topic.
No, well, I'm full Mexican, but
Yeah.
I don't speak Spanish. So
You have
I'm
cool hair, bro.
I'm a disgrace.
I like your hair. I like your curlies. I've been like letting my hair grow out, but like I don't know if it's gonna end up getting that long. But I've been I cut the sides, and then right now I think my hair's like probably like that long.
Let
right
it
now,
grow.
so-
Let it grow till it can't no
know.
more.
Let it grow. Let it grow. Just. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Turns
I
into a
know. I
music
think I didn't let
video.
it breathe, bro. I was like, I put it to the side, and then I threw it back, and I'm like, oh, I just took a shower, throw my hat on or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a little toasty over here.
It's getting a little
So-
warm in here.
I know. I got jealous of all your curls. So I'm like, let me let my little hair kind of come out.
Your little Pidgeotto.
Oh,
Yeah, there
I
you
think it's
go,
more
there
like
you
I feel like a Pidgey right now compared to your
Alright.
Pidgeot.
I got the Pidgey. I got
The Pidgeot look.
got the Mega Pidgeot, man.
That's a Pokemon reference, guys.
Just
If you're
in
not
case.
there, shut the channel off. No, just kidding. Don't shut it down. Don't shut it down. Keep going with us.
He was just playing. Continue watching.
So passion fruit. Okay, I guess I can see that. Passion fruit doesn't seem very like distinct. It seems like it's more of a passive fruit. Passive. I don't know.
That's a good.
Maybe.
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
connection there.
Maybe.
No, it's usually the berries are usually very dominant in,
Yeah.
in the sours.
Yeah, it's because of its tartness. No,
Yeah, it's because of its deliciousness.
deliciousness. Yeah, berries are definitely like. I ended up making. I did like a little video, a little B-roll video. It was like one of my first little like breakdown videos. You would be able to see it like on my Instagram, but I was working. I was experimenting with the oh my gosh.
Wait, what? It was the video you showed me, right?
Yeah. Well, with the fruit, and I was making the drink.
The tequila, the shot, or the
yeah.
mixed drink.
Right.
Whatever
So
it
I was
was.
doing that, and I was dealing with the depth of field. So I was like messing around with my camera, which was like a different camera at the time. But anyways, that's what that reminds me of. It's because of those raspberries. But dude, that mix, it was crushed raspberries. Raspberries? Yeah, crushed raspberries. Half a lime. We had rum in there and Sprite, and oh my gosh, it was
good?
It was really good. It was like dangerously good, because when you can't taste the alcohol because
yeah.
the lime kind of hides it.
Oh yeah, like that
And
first
then,
one we had.
Oh, this one?
That first one we had was dangerous.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
couldn't taste anything in that,
it wasn't as bad as 13% as I would think it'd be. Like
right?
30%, and then I felt it, and like the little devil kind of popped up on the side.
I
And
mean,
it was
it's-
like, hey, that shit's strong, and I'm like, I know, but it's
so
good. That one actually tastes good. Like I literally, like I'd be down to get that one for sure.
No, it's crazy because usually when they start getting into the higher percentages, well, from the beginning at least, when what I would see is the flavor wouldn't be there. But as time passed, they finally perfected the higher percentages, getting tastier,
Oh yeah.
and Pure is doing some good stuff.
When what is it? I tried the Ballast Point, like that watermelon IPA that was like 12 or 13% or something,
It was,
and I was like
10%. It was the watermelon Dorado. Yeah, I used to live off that.
I like them, and then I was like, they kind of taste like they didn't perfect the flavor entirely.
The watermelon wasn't the greatest flavor,
No,
but
it got the job done.
that little hint definitely got the job
You know what
done.
was good? The pineapple. I love the pineapple.
pineapple sculpin.
Yeah,
I
the
was-
pineapples. For me, it was like it
Yeah.
was really good.
No, that one was really
It was
good
really
because they had the regular one. Then they came in with the
Oh,
grapefruit.
the regular one is smooth too.
regular one is smooth, and then
Grapefruit
the
I wasn't into.
The grapefruit was fine because
I felt like it added more bitterness, and it was already bitter.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
that's why
You're
it kind of went like you're getting that grapefruit peel taste to complement the hoppiness.
it was more
bitterness.
like they should have made it pure zest rather than adding the actual flavor, because like the zest isn't supposed to be bitter, right? When they just scrape the outside
Mhm.
peel without the actual peel itself, because the peel, orange peel, citrus peels, lime, grapefruit, whatever, it's bitter. And I feel like they drag some of that into it, and I'm like, if they would have just got the
straight
zest,
peel, yeah, no, if they would have
like,
got the zest, it would have been perfect. But
it
they
would have just been the essence of the grapefruit rather than the bitterness of it too.
they scraped off the zest and just threw the peel in.
Dude, I know, right? They're like, we'll throw that over here. We'll just put that
No,
right
but
in.
the pineapple one was amazing. I was sad when that one got discontinued.
The pineapple?
Pineapple sculpin, yeah.
It got discontinued?
Oh yeah, a while ago.
That's how long
I-
it's been since I've drunk an IPA. But
I don't know if it's came back or not, but I know that it did get discontinued, and and I was.
I was looking for it the other day, and I'm like, nah, Sprouts just has a little selection.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Bevmore. I'll go somewhere else.
Same thing with the watermelon Dorado. I mean, I don't really search for beer in the grocery stores or the liquor stores anymore. But I remember when I was drinking, those were getting more scarce. And
Where do you go?
Breweries, just breweries. You know, I'll grab from out of state. You know, I'll do my orders out of state, and I'll have like someone send it to me. That's predominantly where I'll get my beer from. If not, then, you know, I'll hit the breweries that are local, or, you know, I'll travel to breweries. I like going to, the main spot, which this one is from Electric out of Temecula. They're definitely doing, I kind of want to put it out there and just say they're doing some of the best IPAs, period.
You heard it right here, guys.
They're doing some amazing stuff. They've let me down like a few times, like 2 out of like the 100 times. Oh, you know, of like the past releases.
You mean the flavor wise?
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't that good, but for the most part, they're
more successful than not for you.
Yeah, exactly. And they just started doing these hard smoothie style craft seltzers. That's what these guys are.
I kind of like the fact that there's a big old gap of a clear can right there, like.
No, cover up the
like
whole can.
No,
like,
I know.
Even if it is just blank color,
right.
You know,
I
even if
know.
it is just blank.
No, I get it. I really love the pastel like type of feel, like the matte color.
Yeah.
Which like I'm really into like simple feels like that, simple colors like that.
Okay.
Like if I had clothing wear, like typically I don't wear too much for logos unless I'm supporting anybody or if I'm supporting myself, you know, like if I had any merch, which I don't have any yet, but I'm kind of waiting on that.
We'll get there.
Like get going. But like unless
mine will be there soon.
I'm supporting. Oh yeah, I didn't know if that was what it was a part of.
No, that's Pier.
I saw it there.
That's
I saw it on the back of that.
Yeah. Embrace the Merc. That's their stuff. They call hazies is a big thing right now. Hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
But you're getting other places using different terms. So Pier is using the term murky.
Oh, they are.
Mm-hmm. So they'll have it on the can right here.
Supports you.
It'll be a murky quadruple IPA, or it'll be like murky IPA, murky double IPA, stuff like that. Humble Sea, they're in Cali up north. They call theirs foggy, so they'll be like foggy IPA. I know there's like a couple other people use hazy, like different terms, like hazy, murky, foggy. I know there's a couple other
swampy.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the next one, swampy. That sounds like a good one.
What other Pokemon attacks are there that they do? Smoke screeny,
muddy water,
poison gassy,
poison gassy.
What else we got?
The flamethrowers.
Oh, no, but the smoke screens were a part of that. No,
the smoke screens.
Smoke screen. They should do like a smoke screen one. Smoky. No, because they'll associate the flavor.
Smoky IPA.
They'll associate the flavor with the IPA. You know, they'll be like, nah, I don't really like smoky because they have those. They have like smoky IPAs. You know?
Yeah. Or it's we see those
hazy,
like
swamp.
with the
we have to hit the synonyms on the Merriam-Webster in a bit. We'll find it out.
We'll get it fine tuned.
That was pretty good though. I like that.
Huh?
It's a nice change. It's almost, I'm not gonna say like a wine, but it has that feel. You know, like. It has that tartness of like a wine.
Have a grapey.
There you go.
Acidic,
there you go.
Acidic finish.
Do you like wine?
I'm not too fond of wine. I haven't really gone too deep into wine tasting. I definitely am not opposed to it, and I would like to learn more about wine. But this is where my heart's at.
That's where it's at. I like wine with the good. I like cooking steaks. I like cooking meats. You know, I like pan searing more than I do grill.
Okay.
Just because, like, you know, like straight up, I live in an apartment. You know what I mean? So like, they're like, oh, you know, you're gonna be like using a charcoal grill, like all the smoke. And I'm like,
what about the little skillets?
Yeah, I could do that, but like, I enjoy pan searing and like doing the meats like that and have like a real nice like crisp outer crust. It's nice and like a crisp, you know, the seasoning kind of gets a little bit of a crisp, chars a little bit, and then the inside's nice and juicy. And it's typically like I'm like between a medium rare to a rare, like I'm like right there. And then
my mouth is
I make sure I seal everything. Oh, bro, next time you come over, I'll prep that. I'll get a setup.
You like mushrooms and onions on yours?
I don't like mushrooms. I wish I did. I don't like mushrooms and olives
Olives
And
are
other than
lame.
that, I won't object.
So then what
But
about
like I like,
onions? We
oh
load
yeah,
up
yeah,
onions on
yeah,
yours?
yeah. If you were to come over, even though like I like a steak, I can make it like an encebollado, and then it would be like a lomo. It'd be like a lomo saltado flavor type of thing. So it's like the encebollado, meaning it's like a saute, right? For
Mm-hmm.
anyone else who doesn't know, is and then it'd just be like a real simple like cilantro, tomato, onions. Throw a lot of garlic in there. I'd probably throw like 5 cloves of garlic in there.
Hell yeah.
Mix it all up, and then put a little bit of soy sauce, and then I'd water it down just a tiny bit so it's not too potent with the soy sauce. But
Yikes.
you mix it all in there,
He's getting
and
me
then
hot over here.
you dehydrate your all your liquids, right?
Mhm.
So then it makes your, even though I watered it down, it'll still, like, it's just about a ratio, so then when I do the ratio and I know how I'm mixing up my soy sauce and my water, I'll dehydrate it enough to where it's salty enough, to where it's seasoned enough, to when it falls in with the tomatoes, onions, and cilantro, it falls nice, soaks into the veggies, and then we throw it on top of your steak that I made for you. And then usually in the lomo saltado, it has like steak fries. But if I'm doing a cebollado, I could just put the fries to the side.
Yeah.
And then it's like a white rice with a lot of garlic in there. Like a lot of garlic goes on the bottom. Like you pretty much fill up almost like
The whole
3/4 of the
bottom
bottom with garlic. And then you put oil in it. You put a light, like let's just say 1 out of 10 in the fire. You probably put like a 3. You let it brown the garlic. As soon as it's done, you throw the water. You throw some oil in there, or you already have oil in there because that's what you're toasting.
Looks like we're staying for dinner, folks.
And and then you set your rice up in there. The way I set up the rice is usually, like, if your fork can stand up, that's enough water and rice.
Mhm.
My rice isn't like soggy. It's enough to where each one of the kernels or the
Grains.
rice or the grains
Mhm.
can almost basically be separate from each other, but still
Yeah.
moist enough to where it's good, and it's not
Hard.
it's not like
chewy.
al dente, like super al dente, like
Yeah.
pasta status, but it's also not soggy either.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah,
that's
you
how
got that
that's how you
perfect
make the rice.
consistency.
Yeah, well, that's my mom's. Yeah, it's hard. It's like I always like brag to her, and I'm like, yeah, mom, I already got it down. I'm gonna teach you, and she's
Nah,
like,
never
she's
got
like,
it down.
nah.
Mom always had it down.
I know I
Yeah.
gotta mess with her.
Mom
I
always
always gotta
yeah,
tell her.
no,
I was like, oh,
definitely.
mom. She's like, ¿qué estás hablando cojudeces? Me dice. And I'm like, mom, I got it down. I don't know why you're worried. I worry about it. And then my brother the other day, he was like, mom, your ceviche, I don't know. And dude, you got butter.
Why? What? But her ceviche was still on point,
Her
right?
ceviche was
He
good.
He was just
But
messing
my
with
dad
it.
or my brother was like, mom, I think you could have added something. And maybe he could have been legit. Like, maybe you could have added a little bit more garlic or something. Like, nothing crazy, right? But my mom was like, no, I didn't mess up. What do you mean? And it's like, hey, if mom's wrong, she's still right,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And we're like, Jelinek, I don't know what kind of grave you're digging. My brother's name
Yeah.
is Jelinek. So in case you want to know, it's
Jelinek?
actually a friend. It was a friend of ours. It was his last name, and my dad named my brother that in respect to him, because he crazy. I won't get into the full story, but crazy story about it was that he was murdered by his wife.
Yikes.
And that guy was who hooked us up, or my family, from like LA and moved out here to like Riverside County. We're in San Diego County, obviously, but
Mhm.
in Riverside County, and helped them move and stuff. But yeah, he was murdered, and so my dad named my brother after him. It was his last name, and they named him his first name. It was kind of weird, but I've just been used to calling my brother that, so that's his first name, Jelinek. So
Jelinek,
it's
yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, my name is Mircko, which is a Slavic name, and then my sister's name is Shante, which is, I don't, the people might correct me or whatever, but apparently like Shante was like it must be similar to a word, or if not, it's spelled the way it is, but it's pronounced, I guess, in a way where it's French to mean to sing.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be like chante or chante or something like that.
Chante.
But it's you hear
That's
other
like
people named Shantae, and like that's said out here in the States and stuff, but like apparently the way they say it or pronounce it or spell it stands to sing. So, and she would sing. She used to sing, compete, and everything like that.
So you guys aren't saying her name correctly, I guess?
No,
Like-
we say Shantae. Shantae. So I don't know where my mom got it, because she told me the story a while back, and then that kind of like,
Where did your name come from?
mine is Slavic, so mine is like a Yugoslavian.
No, I
so
know, but like how did it come
Croatia.
about?
Oh,
Like your mom or
my dad.
your
No, my dad. My dad always liked different names. Like my dad's dad, who was an asshole. And in my last like podcast, I like explained everything of how he was such a jerk, and he used to like buy like diamond rings and like trick young women to sleep with him and stuff like that. And he'd be like, "Yeah, you're my woman," and this and that. Like, what do you mean? No, don't worry, I want to marry you. Give her like a diamond ring.
Got him.
And then, yeah, dude. And then he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I have a wife, I have kids. I can't leave them for you. Sorry, bye. Go ahead, keep the ring. It's fine." He had he had like a lot of money and stuff like that.
But the rings were fake?
No, they were real.
Oh,
They were real
so
diamonds.
he had it like that.
Yeah, he had it like that. He had a bag full of diamond rings in the glove compartment type of thing.
Oh.
So he'd be like,
She.
"That's good. All right, here you go. You're the one. Let's go. Let's hang out. Got what I wanted. See you later." Like, he was a douche. He used to like be sketchy all in front of my abuelita too at the house. And my abuelita, it was old school, you know, so they would just kind of like submit, you know, they'd be super passive about it and be like, "Well, you know, he supports the household. I support the kids."
Yeah.
You know, and then just kind of stay like that. But I never met either one of my grandparents.
The older mentality of.
Yeah, my
being
parents
like
had
a
me. My parents
housewife.
had me when they were 46, so I had no chance to meet any of them. You know,
Damn.
shit, my brothers who were born when they were like 20 something, they didn't meet them either. So me, I was like, the closest sibling is. Oh, I need to fix that real quick.
That was your great grandparents?
Yeah,
that
no,
you-
my
you never-
grandparents.
Oh,
My
your-
grandparents.
Oh.
My parents are both 76 right now.
Damn. Okay, so I got to meet my great grandma is still alive. My great grandpa just passed a couple years ago, so I got lucky to, to witness their lives.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You do like the Homer, like, oh.
Well, I got a personal account that I've been
Do you have a Homer cup?
a Homer cup.
Yeah. Like a Duff Beer Homer, like, cup or something?
Not Duff beer, but let me see. How does that guy stay stronger?
Put it. That's a lot of women's questions. Oh, shit. So bring this up more here, and then you
Okay.
can have it like that. It's gotta be more erect. That's not a pun. That's a good word to use, actually.
Erect. I do like that word. I
Erect.
like when we erect buildings.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do, right?
Thought it was. I thought you were gonna tell me it's more like a morning vocabulary word. I was like, yeah, what happens to the best of us?
Morning erect. But I do have a Homer's cup from this company, Kings. They're out of Rancho Cucamonga. It's a little what's the word? The shape is a flute. So it's just I think it's like 8 ounces or something. It's just
So is
This
it like
is-
a wide base and then narrows in and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
widens
yeah.
out again?
no, it's just it's like a kind of wide base and it just gets narrow.
Oh, okay.
But it's
yeah, that
it's
makes
small.
sense.
It's like eight ounces. I want to say it's not
Oh,
it's
that's
not
like
a big piece,
taster.
but yeah.
That's
But
pretty
it
much
has
like a taster.
a cool.
Looks like a shooter or something like that.
It has Homer on the couch.
That looks coffee-ish. Is that coffee-ish?
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is a
I
Royal
saw
Baller
I
Blend.
saw your mustache bristles flicker in the inhalation, like it was all like it took in nutrients in the air.
Like
Because I
a-
think your mustache is trained.
like a snail, like
I,
licking.
I think it's trained. I think it's trained to absorb all that.
Okay, well
It's probably
we'll
a talent.
pour you this one and we'll. I love that sound.
So these, you know what I've noticed? These don't really have carbonation. Is that right? Or
They-
some of them do, or some of them don't, or
Yeah, they'll have a little carbonation. Some of them will have more than others. These sours are supposed to have carbonation. It's
so light.
There is something.
It does look like a smoothie, guys.
There's something in there that causes that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
this-
cannot. You know what, dude? I cannot see you guys through this liquid. Like I can't see an image. I can't see like if I had a lager, right? Like I drink like Michelob Ultra or something like that, like super light, very very weak beer. You know, I could see something like this one is just nada.
This one is
It's crazy. It's like a smoothie. It like legitimately is a smoothie.
I always refer to them as Jamba Juice in a can
Is it that?
because that's pretty much what they are. It's various mixes of fruits, usually tart, You know, something you would get at Jamba Juice.
I was interested in because I'm big into pineapple. I like it. I mean, it's not like I have pineapple stuff in the kitchen or whatever, but like pineapple is a very delicious tasting, fruit.
Oh, for
But
sure.
like
Throw that in everything. It's amazing.
I'm totally looking forward to like try because I saw one of those pineapple ones on the postings that you had, and I'm like, dude, that looks delicious.
No,
I would totally try that.
There's a lot of good pineapple ones.
I think it was a pineapple passion fruit or something like that.
I think it was a pineapple, passion fruit, guava, and orange. Yeah, that one.
I don't even like guava, but I like it when it's mixed with other fruits.
No, this one was good. It was well balanced. It was a good mix of fruits. Let me know what you think about this one, because this one's special.
Okay, this is the one that you told me you were saying the best for last, or what?
No, we got one more. This is just a good one. This one's returning from last year. They did a rerun of a couple flavors that they released last year, and they brought them back.
That one legitimately tingled. It was nice and chill. It was very lightly carbonated, but it was enough to tickle the tongue. So it came in with the flavor, like with the punch. That was really good. That's very smoothie. Like this is like breakfast.
You ready?
This is like a breakfast beer
for the flavor profile. So we have strawberries.
I'm gonna drink it while you say it all.
Yeah. So you're getting the strawberries. You're getting some good banana, raspberry. It says double bubble gum. That's interesting.
Oh.
Okay,
I can see it.
Clap.
Back with the clap. All right, cool.
All right. We'll start. We'll restart with the flavors, and then we'll have you sipping it again.
Okay.
All right. So we have strawberries. We have a healthy dose of banana. We got a nice, lovely dose of the raspberries. Not one, but 2 servings of the bubble gum.
Count them. 2.
And last but not least, the fire mango.
Fire mango.
Oh yeah. So the thickness is definitely coming from the berries. I mean, from the banana. That viscosity is definitely from the banana.
I really taste the bubble gum though. Out of everything that you said, I feel like I really taste the bubble gum.
That's the one that's popping out the most.
That nails like a. I feel the flavor like this, and then it kind of like, and right when it hits that curve, that bubble gum is like sitting right there and catching everything. So in the beginning, it's strawberry. That's the tartness of the strawberry.
We're getting that strawberry banana smoothie up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it transitions into those tart raspberries.
No, it transitions into bubble gum.
Oh, you're getting straight bubblegum? Mm-hmm. I'm getting bubblegum at the end when I'm getting the flush of tartness. It's like a cup, and then that bubblegum's just sitting on top.
I think I'm getting the strawberry raspberry then in the beginning, if that's it. Because the strawberry isn't like dead on, so which is what I'm thinking it could be, like raspberry.
Just blending with the berries.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
and then
the berries
for sure
together.
banana is like right there. And then at like the curve, pretty much the peak almost ends up being like the end of that taste like palate portion of it.
Like the
and
finish,
I think it's
right
the banana. I think it's the not the banana, the bubble gum.
The bubble gum coming through at the end.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of like Big League bubble gum.
Big League bubble gum. Yeah, I'm getting like a sour green Big League chew.
Oh really?
No, that's what I'm getting at the end. Like I'm getting like a tart, a very tart but a bubble gum finish.
Oh my god. I'm getting like a regular bubblegum flavor bubblegum.
Okay. I'm getting that tart finish at the end.
Really? No, that's interesting, dude. Like that's crazy. I knew it was gonna be like this. Like I knew I was gonna be just like running it in through my mind, like what is in here? Why would they do this? But it's like of course they would do this, there's all kinds of stuff.
That's the fun part about it.
It's not a bad, why would they do this? It's just more like, why would they do, like, I want to find out why, because like, I'm not gonna lie, the banana cheesecake graham cracker thing like threw me off.
Different,
for
right?
Sure.
No, that's what I like.
And this one is a whole other, thing. And I'm like, this has alcohol in it?
Yeah, I get that question asked a lot. Like, there's alcohol in this? Like, yeah, there's. I mean, it's not much. They're usually around. Well, King says that their stuff is always 7%. So that could be true, but I know usually for the most part our thick fruited beers are going to be usually around like 4 to 7.
Oh yeah,
usually like in the lower spectrum, 6 and 7 being like at the higher end.
I really did like that IPA one though. That one was really good.
That
the first one,
dude, for 12%.
Something about it. It was
For
it
12%?
it tasted like a 7%.
Yeah, it tasted clean, crispy.
tasted
Like you can
smooth.
sip on that all day, right?
It was like dangerous, like that Patron I was drinking 2 podcasts ago, where like I didn't taste it because the lime was on top.
Oh yeah.
What
Nope,
if they
it was
made?
just
They
smooth.
don't make any like lime IPAs.
Yeah, they make lime IPAs. They make more. Lime is more so with associated with like key lime pie. So they'll do like key lime pie sours, key lime cheesecake sours.
I don't know. I guess it's different because I like lime with like liquors, but I would definitely wonder what a beer would be like with it. But I don't really care for like lime in my beer. Like I'm not like, oh, you know, I'll
Gotta
drink a
have it.
Modelo with a lime. Like no.
Need my lime. Gotta
No,
have
but-
my lime.
But when I tried tequila, like I tried Patron, that añejo with the lime, and I was like, dude. And then we're a bottle gone. I don't know how the hell that happened, dude. That was crazy. So that was interesting. Are there what spicy ones did you say that they have?
So I have one right now. I don't think this one particular is spicy. It's just mango and chamoy. It looks like the Vero lollipops, like the
Dude.
yeah.
I should have placed my order.
Um,
Are they as good as it sounds, or are they
I haven't
like,
tried that one
they're
yet,
alright?
so
Oh, you haven't?
so I can't say if that one's good or not. I haven't had too many. I know I have one right now that hopefully we can take a shoot later of. Has tamarind in it.
Ooh.
It doesn't say tamarind though. It says tamarind.
Tamarind is English, like in English.
Okay.
Tamarind. It's tamarind.
So that makes more sense.
Tamarind.
I need to
guys,
hear
it's tamarind.
I need to hear tamarindo.
Yeah, that sounds like almost like Telemundo.
Yeah. No.
Univision.
When I do speak my Spanish, it is in a like Mexican announcer
Is
voice.
it-
Sandia.
Every Mexican announcer sounds like a Dracula.
Yeah, they do. I feel like I can get my pronunciation a little better when I project my voice.
When you
and-
get it like that,
Yeah, when I
and you
get
sound
in
like
my-
Dracula.
Yeah, definitely.
They do. They always say like it always sounds like Dracula and stuff.
That's funny. Yeah,
yeah,
I took like
damn
four years in a middle school of Spanish.
Middle school?
Yeah, in middle school. I picked up like a lot of stuff. Like I can kind of follow long conversations, but it's like kind of
Oh, you don't really speak Spanish?
no, sadly, full Mexican.
Because I
I'm,
was like saying stuff and I was like, you got it. And then
no, yeah.
and
Like
then-
like some of the stuff I was picking up, but like when Mexicans just speak very fast sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to keep up when you're trying to process what they're saying. You know.
Yeah.
But I messed up, and in high school I took like 2 years or another like 4 years of French.
Oh, really?
I don't know how to speak French.
Actually, when I was taking Spanish class, it was different Spanish. Like I would get like Spanish from like Puerto Rican Spanish. I'd get like
Okay.
Spanish, and then I would get like
Where were you going to
Mexican
school at?
Spanish in Riverside County. So I was actually specifically in Hemet.
So you were just getting a mix of.
All the Spanish, like when I took Spanish class, they weren't like consistent. And then they do this like vosotros thing with like the V.
Mhm.
So instead of like nosotros, it's like vosotros, which is like, I think it's pretty much speaking of like a third person, like of another, like the other person. And then you'd speak on their, in a sense, like you're speaking on their behalf kind of thing.
Yeah.
So instead of saying like ellos, I guess, like vosotros almost means like them or something. I don't know. I don't remember the rules.
So you
I
weren't
don't
getting
remember accents either.
necessarily like a full on Spanish class. It was kind of like a mixed culture.
It wasn't a committed or disciplined Spanish, meaning like it wasn't on one type of Spanish. It was like I
More
felt like
so
I got like Puerto Rican Spanish,
Okay.
I got like a Mexican Spanish, and I got like a Spanish.
Or
So-
like kind of getting like their
it was-
slang, so you could kind of like understand like what they're.
well, when in a book you only get to so much slang, you know.
Yeah.
But like for me, I'm Peruvian, so my parents are like super and they're traditional.
Mm-hmm.
So because they were traditional, I got like a super proper version. So I didn't get much slang. The only thing I got were like the actual profanities that my dad would say, like hijo de puta, carajo mierda, concha tu madre, you know, like one of those. But like I wouldn't get like the slang, like how they say la jerga, you know. So it's like I wouldn't know how to joke around. So because I was with my dad, who didn't teach me his slang,
Yeah.
I couldn't even go that route. That I didn't learn Mexican slang until I was like past my 20s. Like
Yeah.
in my 20s, I finally started learning it, and people were like, what? And then I slowly, like, you know, I play soccer, so there's a lot of Mexican guys out here in Southern California. I'll do a bunch of other things, and then like I'm over here like joking around with them, like, see, arre, wey, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But like that's not my custom. Like that's not my thing, you know. And so like I just be doing my thing, you know,
But
like
that
that.
but that class kind of helped set you up because you can kind of, I guess, kind of know how to change your vocabulary, your jargon pertaining to each culture.
I to be honest, bro, I already spoke fluent Spanish when I was little. Like my mom was like, "You don't speak English in this house."
Well, just the different types
unless
of Latin communities that you can
the only
speak to.
the only ones I ever catered to is Mexican Spanish,
Okay.
and I mostly learned that from playing soccer all the time.
So,
And all my friends are Mexican, so
Peruvians speak Spanish?
they do, but like
It's a different type?
20%, 30% of it is different because, like for example, when people say cacahuates, you know, which means peanuts, we say maní.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, like when people say aguacates, we say palta.
I love aguacates
Like-
and I love cacahuates. But yeah, it's just your area, your heritage, your ethnicity.
Yeah, it's
All-
just
all
it's
that
just the
plays
way
a
they
part
grew up, right? And then it's
into
just
the
like
different slangs.
all my friends are Mexican, so it's like I'm the only oddball out. So it's like I do my part to be like,
You adapted.
I know it, I know how to say it, I act that way with you, but when I go home, I don't speak like that to my son. I teach my son my way, like
Yeah,
the way I
yeah,
do it. And that's
exactly.
just because that's how I was raised. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I do it. So it's just kind of weird, you know. But like when I play on soccer teams, like today I had a game or
Mhm.
whatever, and which I would have gone, but like this was obviously priorities, so that's why I'm here. I would like speak to them in like a Mexican jargon slash
Yeah.
jerga, you know, slang type of thing.
No, I feel that because I've been into several different communities, so like I can pertain to several communities, and I do switch up my vocabulary or like the way I talk pertaining to whatever group it may be, whether it's the beer nerds, whether it's the Pokemon nerds.
You get
The
a lot
guy,
of Latinos in the beer stuff, or is it like it's mostly
I've been-
Americans?
I've been seeing more and more pop up, but it's cool because we're in America, so we're just
They were speaking English and stuff.
a wide pool of different races and ethnicities. Just
It's more like
enjoying
we're
the
in
craft
Southern
beer.
California because like
No,
it's a melting pot in Southern Cal.
Well,
no?
not just here, but everywhere because these craft breweries have been popping up more so lately more than ever, and they're just in every state now. Everybody has someone that's doing like some really good stuff. Everybody's doing really good stuff.
Oh yeah.
It sucks because it's hard to try to grab everything. Everybody's doing really cool stuff, fun stuff, different stuff, eyebrow raising stuff.
Have you traveled outside of like I don't know farther than like 100 miles or 200 miles to go somewhere? Have you flown anywhere for beer purposes?
No, not yet. That hasn't been a real big thing. I guess the farthest I've usually go is gonna be like LA. I'll be
Okay.
in LA a lot. There's a lot
How's
of
the
good
brew
breweries out there.
community out there? How's the brewing community out
In
there?
LA?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty strong out there. San Diego is very strong, but I feel like they're equally as strong.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Because
big
I
out
hear
there
people
for sure.
speak of San Diego as like the brew capital. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, for the longest it was, and that did hold true, probably in the beginning. But the craft beer has just expanded.
Exploded, huh?
Yeah, not even expanded. It definitely exploded because there's so many breweries down here. Look at North Park. That's just keeps getting crammed and crammed with more breweries. There's another brewery gonna open up there sometime soon, which is crazy because it's already packed and there's already so much beer in that spot.
Yeah.
They're still trying to load it up. Same thing with downtown. Everywhere. There's just spots popping up everywhere. You go to any city, you're gonna find a brewery. You're gonna find something, and that's just been an ongoing thing in San Diego, more so lately in all these other places.
Yeah.
There's just so much. Like everybody's doing cool stuff. I wanna try everything. I wanna grab everything, but it's like it sucks trying to try everything out and not liking it. But it's like I've been in this for a little bit, and I know which breweries, which styles that I'm into. So it's like I'm kind of just putting out the same content on my page because it's just the same breweries, but
Right.
I know that they got the goods.
Yeah. Hell
But
yeah.
I do still enjoy trying out new stuff, new breweries on the scene. Whatever is gaining traction, whatever is getting hype. Not even just because it's hype. I want to know why it's gaining hype.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's getting hype, there must be something,
Right.
It could be what they're doing cute labels.
Yeah.
They're pumping out cool glassware.
That could be just enough, right? Sometimes.
No, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely bought some stuff based on the label, just because the label is cute. Like this one, just because it has a Pokemon card.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll
They
grab
just hit a nostalgic nerve of yours. You know what I mean? Like all they had to do was like, oh yeah, you're into Pokemon. All the '90s kids are gonna come out and play.
Oh, yeah.
All the IPA '90s kids are gonna come out. I would if
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that. But the thing is that I don't see that like all over the place. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see it everywhere. So that's why I'm asking. I was like, where do you shop? Where do you go? If you don't go to liquor store, like I've gone to some liquor stores that are like, we have 300 different types of beers or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go over there, and I
Yeah.
go. Sometimes I shop around. And like
Everything's
I
kinda
don't
like the
really go.
same.
Yeah, I don't really go through too much. But there's like a Belgian beer that I'm in love with called
Yeah.
Duvel,
Okay.
and
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Belgian
Oh,
ale
yeah, that's
that I love,
classic.
and it comes in like a champagne bottle, and I'm like, I love that thing. And then I found a place called in downtown called the Office,
Okay.
right? You heard of the Office?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a little.
And they
it's a
had
club,
they
right?
had Duvel on tap, and I was like,
wow.
what? And I tried it. Yeah, go for it. I tried it, and I was like, dude, this is delicious. Like
Top
this is
notch.
amazing. It tasted way better than in bottle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
No,
that place by the training center that was there that I would we'd go by, that little bar place I was
Which
telling you
one?
about, JP's.
JP. Oh yeah, yeah. I
JP's?
never been there.
Yeah, well, shout out to JP's because they were losing some clientele throughout this pandemic, just like everyone else. And luckily, they've been building back their clientele. So, any local people that like little small type bars, real calm, real easy, real nice people, bartenders and stuff, that place is legit. But they had the Duvels in 16-ounce cans, just like this.
Well, and
actually.
if you head out there, make it a day. Make that just a pit stop. There's several things you can hit out there. There's
That one was in Tierra Santa, right there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about right here by the training center.
Yeah. Oh, it's right across. So right across the freeway is Tierra Santa.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally like 5 minutes or less from the training center. Actually, 5 minutes exactly.
Society Brewing is right there as well, across the street from the
that
bullpen.
one. Oh, okay.
So the bullpen is another bar you can hit.
So from the training center, I would go over the freeway that east. But you're talking about Society is farther west.
No, I'm just talking about the circling area.
Oh, okay.
There's just a lot of stuff you can hit out there.
That's
Society.
off of Claremont, no?
Yeah. Society
Okay.
Brewing is right there. The bullpen, a bar stop. What else is out there? There's another brewery I was heading out there.
Well, I was gonna
it's
say
a sciencey one.
Okay. So I was gonna say because I think it'd be great. So I have a buddy of mine, a photographer, and cheers, sir.
This one's on the special.
Special?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean on the special?
We're back to IPAs.
I
guess I probably should have told you that before you even had a sip.
No, it's okay.
Because we've been going through sour, so it's like you expecting another sour and just.
No, well, in a sense, I kind of did. I was like, is it like the banana one?
Yeah, another banana one. No, I figured we'd start with the IPA. Try to hit a little buzz with that 12%.
It's kind of good because it like changes the palate. So then when I go into the tarts, into the sours, I really like it.
No,
like
exactly. I
reverse
want to
that.
start off with a heavy hitter. We try to get a little buzz, and then we can have a little fruit journey, and then we'll end it with a nice
Fruit
IPA.
journey. I like that.
Yeah. So this
my Pokemon journey.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta drink them all.
Gotta drink them all. This one is another one out of Electric. They're out of Temecula. This one is a beer brewed exclusively for the members of the list. So this one's a double IPA. It does have milk sugar, sitting at 8.3. Yeah. They're trying out something different here. They didn't mass produce it, mass release it.
Oh, they didn't?
No, it's just a small batch exclusively for their members.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they have like a group of, I think it's like 200 members.
Oh, snaps.
For their membership, to secure their beer.
Yeah.
I'm not a member.
Oh, okay.
But I will be next year.
Nice.
But she was the
Should
lady
they
that
know
usually...
that this is on the podcast and it's not with a member?
Well, she sold it to me. The lady at the brewery sold it to me because she was like, you're always here, you're always showing love. We're gonna be opening up membership soon, and she reached out to me.
He's a real enthusiast. I'm pretty much just sipping off of his cup in a sense, so you can't include me that I'm drinking that he is. But Well, this is a good time. This is also spreading awareness because even though this is a part of a list type beer, right? Like a VIP beer.
VIP beer, essentially. Membership.
We want to
beer.
definitely shout out. So I want to before the end of the podcast, before we finish it up, I'd like to shoot a shout out to all of these companies so that they can all see what's up, and then that all can make its way out there to our local San Diego society and any other and the YouTube society, you know, so everyone can see it. What the heck is this? This is so fresh. It's like it's building mold on there.
Which one? That one?
Oh, what is that?
Oh, wow, that is interesting.
I was like, what is that? Is that what's going on in my stomach?
Probably. Yeah, most likely. I mean,
wonder what makes it feel good.
Because they do add, what is it? There's something they add to the sours. It's like probiotics. You need something. There's something else
Yeast?
that you need.
Like you know how like they put yeast in the bread and it's like live bacteria.
Yeah. No. There's something else that they add. There was a there's a term. I can't think of it right now, but there's live like probiotics and something else. I don't know. I was reading something somewhere because I do want to eventually get into brewing sours.
Yeah.
There was like a tip for brewing good sours, which was like live probiotics and something else. But I mean, they're all like acidic. There's like different acids that they put in there to, to get the flavors where they want. So that's something to take into consideration because you don't want to have it too acidic. I've had a lot of good ones that have been too acidic, and it's like you drink a little bit too much, and you
can't get over it.
Your stomach's just trashed. Yeah.
If
If you're trying to get drunk off sours, you're not gonna have a good time. You're definitely gonna have a stomach ache. The sours are more so to enjoy. They're just for the flavors. Your IPAs are for enjoyability too, but the sours, I think those you take a little more time on and enjoy them. You don't just chug them.
It's more of a savoring process.
Yeah, definitely. It's more of a savoring process. You don't want to just knock it back. You want to enjoy whatever they're throwing into it.
Yeah.
The IPAs you can knock back all day.
Hell yeah.
There's still a lot of love put into the IPAs, but like with these sours, it's a little bit different. You can't just knock them back.
Dude, I've totally like I love the lineup. Like the lineups like threw me all over the place, in a good way, because like I'm starting to see like, bro, we took it back. We started from RPA, we ended up with IPA, and like you started hitting me off with these levels of like banana cheesecake and like
some sweet, some
tartness,
sour,
some Pokemon card, flavored stuff, all that, and then we ended up with that Jamba Juice fruit smoothie looking thing.
Yep.
And then, dude,
we're back to
I'm
another.
excited. And like what's crazy is like IPA. This is just like a little speckle of
of what's going on out here. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. This is more. These are more so. I mean, we do have a couple crazy flavors like the Kings and the cheesecake, but these are more simplified flavors. It gets pretty wild. Like the lists on beers get like they get novels. Like there's this stout. I think it had like 15 different cereals, 3 types of potato chips, pretzels, and like 10 other things.
In the beer? Cereals?
Cereals in the beer, yeah. It was a stout, so it was the darker, the black, the thick.
Yeah. Is a stout like a Guinness looking colored beer?
Yeah. So a Guinness is a stout. That's
Guinness is a stout?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the darker.
I really don't like Guinness unless it's like an Irish car bomb.
Yeah.
Or I'll drink the black. What is it? The platinum Guinness. It's like a platinum label Guinness.
I don't think I had that, no.
That one's pretty good. It's like an even darker. Like I don't like the dark because the Guinness one kind of tastes semi-coffee-ish, but the platinum one doesn't, and it just tastes like a straight black like lager. Or something.
No, yeah,
that was like really good.
I need the Irish car bombs to drink Guinness. I'll drink a Guinness like once in a while, like a small like half a pint, not the whole pint.
That would have been good to have one here. I haven't had a Irish car bomb in a long time.
Boom.
Just kind of have it just.
What we gotta do, we would have to do something different, like drop a sour into an IPA. Oh, well, that's another thing. I didn't have any at the moment, but sour IPAs are a thing as well. So I
thought these were sour IPAs.
They're all sours.
Oh, they're just sours?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. So you see my ignorance, guys? I have no idea.
So yeah, we'll run through the lineup real quick. So this first one was just a quad IPA.
Quad IPA.
Mhm.
And the quad.
Quad is so
Again,
you're getting
is-
your double, your triple. So they're just amplifying their ingredients,
Okay.
whether it be mostly in the hops
Mm-hmm.
and the alcohol percentage. That's when you see it go up. Like the single IPAs will be usually like I think 6 is the lowest for IPA,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes up to I think 7%.
And then I've seen like some lower IPAs, but
no, yeah. Well, those are gonna be like session IPAs.
shitty IPAs.
In a sense, yes.
They don't get you there as fast IPAs.
Yeah, exactly.
They're in the first lane IPAs.
Yeah,
not in the
first slow
fast lane.
lane. Yeah. So this one was like a quad murky IPA, which is gonna be like just a hazy IPA, high in the percentage. This one is a smoothie style Berliner Weiss. You know, banana.
That's that banana cream one, guys.
Yeah, banana cream. That
That
one's
weird,
good.
that weird banana cream.
And this one was another just a smoothie style Berliner Weiss. These are gonna be our slushies.
It's also the same Berliner style, whatever. So it's called Berliner Weiss.
Berliner Weiss.
What does
yeah.
that mean?
That's just the term. That's just
Someone's last name.
it could be. Like sour is a term. People use like raw out of Baltimore. They use American sour. King's Brewing, that coffee looking can.
Yes.
They call their sours frosés.
Frosés.
Um,
I feel fancy.
yeah, exactly right. You know
Can you
that
give
like,
me a frosé?
everybody's trying to do something different. Call their own something
I feel like you're
Making
hearing that
their,
movie.
trademark.
Have you seen that movie? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
No.
Oh no, there's a part in there with Matthew McConaughey and then what's the name, Reese Witherspoon, right? Have you seen it? No. Oh my gosh, it's a chick flick. And my sister watched it like all the time. And then this one guy's like, "Yeah, we need to find out a new thing to promote our jewelry." And they're like, "Oh, what if you frost yourself? You know, you get diamonds." And she's like, "Frost yourself." And someone out there's like, "Frost you."
No, yeah, like,
Talking
there's
shit.
always an idea out there, right? It might sound crazy to one person, but
Right.
who knows? It might catch
Frosé-me?
it might catch the attention of one person, and that might be the right person.
Frosé almost sounds like the Nescafe Frappé thing that just like never took off, where people would be drinking and they have a big old stash and they're
What?
like, the Nescafe Frappé. And they're like, this big
No,
old
I thought
big
frosé was
stash.
like a type of wine, like a frozen wine or something, like a wine slushy.
Frosé? No.
No, I thought I heard that term somewhere else. I could be wrong.
It reminds me of Sea Breezes, which at that point rabbit holes me to like, you ever heard of Nick Swartzen?
He's a comedian,
Comedian?
actor.
He was like in like Grandma's Boy.
Reno
He's
911.
in
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
Reno 911. There's like this one where he I don't know if I'll fuck up this joke. Or
He's
not.
always in the fruit boots.
So he's
Reno 911?
no. Well, I don't know. I didn't watch Reno 911 too much. I just heard that he was always on there and
Oh,
he was like super
man.
like flamboyant, whatever.
Yeah.
So he does this one thing on his series on his special called Seriously Who Farted, and that's a good title. And he goes, what is it called? He talks about like alcohol poisoning. Like, why is alcohol poisoning? Like, he goes, what if someone died like that? And you're like, what do you mean? And he goes, okay. Here, I'll tell you. So he goes, hey, did you hear about Nick? And they're like, what? He died. What? How? He was poisoned. What? What do you mean? Who did it? He's all, Nick? What? With what? He goes, sea breezes. He goes, sea breezes. So it's so stupid, but
Those are
the guy's
the
like,
wine
he
coolers,
poisoned-
right?
Yeah. He's like
3.2%.
Yeah, he basically alcohol poisoned himself, but they're like, he was poisoned, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, it's so dumb. It's such a dumb concept, but I just crack up so hard with that guy's special.
No,
Like the whole special is like really good. Like I,
I
think
felt
you
like
should
we
check
were
it
in
out.
a like a little monologue, like a little
Oh, dude.
like we were voice acting for a
Bro,
cartoon or something.
You don't even know. I'm like an inside joke, like person. Like
Connoisseur?
that's how I connoisseur. That's how I function with people. People that know movies, like that's exactly how I function with them.
Well, you mentioned Grandma's Boy, right?
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
a-
watch too much of Girl Boys,
Oh,
but I did see
man.
like the You know, we did the whole little thing, and that guy's like all pissed.
No, that's I'm not really good on watching movies multiple times, but that's one that I've definitely watched quite a few times.
What the hell is that? A fruit fly?
Could
You know, that kind of works with the IPAs and stuff, so I know why this fool's hanging out.
It could be. He sees all the good stuff hanging around.
Yeah, I bet. Especially how fermented everything is.
He's like, look at all that stuff.
It only makes sense.
It's just sitting there.
Oh, that makes sense. So what are you going to do? Are you going to put all the tasters in one cup like King's Cup and then just chug it?
We can do something like that. I'm down.
You remember King's Cup, dude?
I'm down to do so, yeah.
It's been a while since I played King's Cup.
Raunchy.
That's a dangerous. Yeah, that's a
Raunchy cup.
Especially when everybody has something different. Like if you have like a bunch of 36 packs, everyone's hanging out. All right, cool, I'll pour it. Then all of a sudden you got the girls with their Smirnoffs. You got the guys. Some of them are like, nah, I just drink Jack and Coke, bro. And then you get the guys with like the dirty beers, the little Budweisers. And then you're like, then it all pours it. And then you're the one that loses. And you're like, oh my gosh, I got to drink this. And then you chug that shit. And then you're like, I'm not going to remember. Like you're the one that doesn't remember what happens. Because you're the one who lost.
That reminds me of a video. It was this guy. He had a bag of, it was like recycling. So it was just, the corner of each can. Oh, yeah. The corner of each can, just all the cans were like upside down. So it was like all the corners of the can just dripping down to the corner. The guy
corners of the bag?
Corner of the
trash bag?
Because the trash bag.
Where was this?
I know. It was just some random video.
It sounds like something that was on Bum Fights. You remember back in the day?
Oh, man. That was some good stuff right there.
Bum Fights was crazy.
That was wild stuff
like there was guys that are like taking pisses inside of a Burger King.
Dude, you can't
take a piss in a Burger King.
It's like you put some stuff out that you put some stuff like that out now. It's like you'll get banned.
And then like somehow they'll track you or something. Like
yeah,
what the hell?
They'll find you.
That's where like all the Kimbo Slice fights came about.
All the good stuff, man. Yeah. Now everything's so protected.
The guy's like, if you pull out one of your teeth, I'll give you $40, like something like randomly not worth it. And he's like, okay, cool, yeah, yeah. If you beat that guy up, I'll give you $100. Yeah, I'll go beat the shit out of you. Then like they'll go over there, or like I think they give him like 2 40s or something like that. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, who does that stuff? I'm like, let me watch it. Hey, press play, bro. Get out of the way. I'm watching this.
I would always watch the ones where they would like fight over a bag of like a little baggie or something. I was like, come on, man. They want it. They're gonna fight.
Dude, those are gnarly, dude. Those are.
Or the MTV, like the little home videos, like the little segments they would do with the home videos.
Which ones?
you didn't remember those?
Which ones?
Where the bums would like the bum fights where they would show their homes.
Oh no, I didn't see it. I saw.
There was a few segments where they were showing.
I saw one where they'd like mess with people when they were sleeping and stuff, and I'm like, that's so messed up. But hey, keep pressing play. Don't pause it. I saw watching. I'm like, man, what a jerk am I to support. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't buy any of this stuff.
Yeah,
it was on. But it was all on YouTube.
Oh yeah, but I would see it.
It was all on YouTube. It was on like break.com or it was on like I wasn't in a World Star until
like later on.
Maybe like the early 2010s. It's weird, huh? Like how do you say like the 80s, the 90s, and then we're like the 01s, the O's, the zeros. I don't know.
Well, 2000s, right? 2000s.
I guess the 2000s.
But then after that, it's like what
no one says that. You remember the 1980s? Like I guess but
it'd
like
be the 80s.
We got to say the 2000s. Yeah, right. You say the 80s.
Because eventually it's gonna be 2080. You can't say the 80s is gonna be like, well, which 80s are you talking about?
That's like no one says the 80s. Like, oh, you talking about the 1880s or the 80s? And like, no, it's the 80s. Like,
yeah. It's no, but it's gonna be different now because we just associate the 80s, the 90s with 19. So now it's gonna be 20s. It is kind of awkward. It's gonna be weird. Say.
Yeah. The 10s.
The
2010s. You gotta say the 2010s. You can't just say the 10s.
What, the 1910s?
Yeah, right? When they invented the penny?
10 BC?
When they invented the toilet? Like, I don't oh, those 10s. Oh, you should have said that. Dude, speaking of toilets, remember when like the bidets were all starting to come back? Like, because of the whole pandemic shit? Like, like they took all the toilet paper, they took all the water, and then people are like, I think I'm gonna start selling bidets. I'm gonna start buying bidets.
I mean, that's the best bet.
I wanted to buy one. And I was like literally right there, and then everything just started like easing off. But I was like, you know what? I tried one out on accident. I went to my lady's sister's house. It's exactly how I went. It was actually kind of crazy. They're like, "Where's water on the wall?" I was like, "I didn't know. I got out of the way." And like, so I tried it out, and I was like, "What is this?" And
There was someone behind me tickling me. I had to
I
run.
I was like, "Is this it's like an intense flush or something?" So I flushed the toilet. And I was like, oh, and I was like, hey, what's this? And it's all, shh. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I moved out of the way. And then you look on the wall and it's all just dripping water and everything. And I was like, oh, there's too much water. So I sat back down and I was like, oh no, it's cold again. So I got like right back off. And then the water kept spraying. And then I was like, how do I shut it off? So I shut it off. And I'm like, great. My ass is soaked.
You're all sweating. Your pants are wet.
I don't even know if it's sweat. I don't know if it's water.
You got water in your socks.
And then I was like, well, they did say it's cleaner. Like when you think of the concept of wiping your ass and you're just smearing shit with paper, or do you wash it with a bidet? And I go, I need to be fancier. I need to be cleaner. I need to have a cleaner asshole.
I need to live better.
So
I need to be better.
So I made my asshole great again. And I just totally turned up that notch, and I was like, take it. Boom. Went to town, and I was like, dude, I got a clean asshole now. I'm all walking around. I'm all
brand new person
walking around. I'm like, new purse, who this?
But
you know, like kind of things. You already know. I was like, hey, what up? Yeah, you know I did.
He's standing like this the whole time.
Then they're like, who wet the bathroom walls all over the place? And I was like, what a dumbass. Who did that shit? I was like, man, what a weirdo. They're like, did you use that bathroom? I was like, no, I used the guest bathroom. I didn't use the main bathroom. They're like, oh, I don't know who would have done that. I'm like, me either. And I'm like, I see, we got to go. We got to go. We got to leave. Let's go. I don't want them to find out because they're going to know that I'm the only adult that went over there to use the bathroom. So we went, and then I was like shopping around, and I'm like, where am I going to get a bidet? And then I was shopping. I literally was shopping, throwing stuff in my cart. Everything was sold out. All the bidets are sold out.
So
because I wasn't going to pay more than like $300.
No, so what is it? You have to buy a whole new toilet setup? Or
No. You buy it's just a little attachment. So the piece sits. It's like a piece that bridges on the edge of your toilet bowl. And so one piece is a control and the other piece is the actual like squirting mechanism.
Okay.
And then there's a piece that plugs in and then it tees off into your hose.
I always thought it was like a whole ass like setup.
No. Yeah, I thought it was
like
a whole toilet.
Like a whole toilet. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't that. So it tees and it grabs the water source, right? And then when it's a tee, so you put your piece in there and then you open the valve and then that goes into the motor.
You attach it to the...
You attach it to the water source
where you
into your... no, you don't attach it to necessarily to where you flush. You put it into the... so this is your water line. It comes in like this, right? Sorry, it comes in from the bottom. Comes in like this. And then the other line that goes into your toilet, you plug in a T piece. So that T piece goes into the controller that has a little hose. And it goes to the piece that squirts into your butthole.
Do you have a controller?
No, it has a little dial on the side. So you can put how strong and how warm you want it. Depending on how much you pay, right? So you're like, if you run it really warm, you're like, it's got to be really strong. You're like, oh no, you know. And then so you try not to go, I don't want it that warm.
I want a full blast every time.
Full blast? You're like, your cheeks are all. Oh.
I gotta hold on to the seat.
You look like Harry from Dumb and Dumber. He's like, oh! Shit himself. Oh my gosh. But it was like, not gonna lie, it was an invigorating asshole story. Because it was just like, you know, you're cleaned up, you know, like it wasn't, I was like, I'm not smearing ass all over the place or smearing shit all over the place. You're just like literally cleaning up your whole butt. It's like taking a shower for your butt.
Not only that, but you're saving the environment, right?
I guess. I mean, does paper really hurt? I don't know. Does it really?
Yeah, I mean, you're taking away from... I mean, you're not hurting the trees, but now you're using more water.
Yeah.
So
but you could be using recycled water since it's shit water anyways, right?
But then do you really have a clean asshole?
I mean, it's cleaner than smearing it, right?
I need a Brita, if you're listening. I need a filter.
A Brita filter for my ass.
I need a Brita filter for my ass.
Like I have a lisp when I say a Brita filter for my ass. I need a Brita filter for my ass. That's all I need.
Brita, please.
Hey, last podcast I was doing impressions. This time I got a lisp, so we're gonna every time it's a different.
What impressions were you doing last time?
Oh gosh, I need another IPA. I think if I was gonna get into this.
Let's hear some. Yeah. What were some of the ones you were going after last time?
Well, so my buddy. So I didn't. Okay. So I didn't really promote it like that. Like I didn't walk into the situation to be like, hey, look at my impressions. He said something, and then I was like, oh yeah, like I started making the Robert De Niro face where he's like, oh yeah, fucker, and he does the face where he's like, can you milk me, fucker? and he was talking about like almond milk, and I was like, almonds got no teeth, and he's like, oh yeah, can you milk me, fucker? And then I was doing that, and then all of a sudden he was like, what else did he say? And I was like, yeah, huge. And I was doing like the Donald Trump thing, and then all of a sudden we got into the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Where I was like,
yeah.
oh god, and then I was like doing that one.
If you're doing impersonations, Arnold Schwarzenegger is definitely on top of the list.
It's got to be a part of that, no?
No, it's definitely.
And so I had a good time. With that, and then I was like, good. I didn't do any impersonations this one, and then all of a sudden we're we're just hitting all over the place today. So, but yeah, like sometimes I'll do that. I used to have like a decent Obama, and then I lost it, and so I attempted it the last one, but it was not at all something to like be proud of, so I didn't try it again.
Yeah.
But I was like, I used to have a couple, and I didn't even know. And then he was like, "Oh, your Arnold Schwarzenegger is good. You should." And then I guess he was like, he talked to my sister or something. He was like, he should do a whole interview like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do a whole
where you do one
Arnold
with the voice?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, hell yeah, why not?
A whole Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Or like that'll be your April Fool special. You just talk.
I don't know. I think I might have to interview. It could be different in Australia. I used to live potato sacks. Like no, I don't know. Like it's like I
exactly. You just incorporate weird sayings. Yeah, I mean that'd be cool for like a funny podcast.
You know why I said potato sacks? Because he was gonna get caught. I don't know if it was by the military or by his country. And he used to work out and bodybuild with potato sacks to get as buff as he did. And he used to compete like underground. Like he used to go compete in bodybuilding competitions. And then he would like win the competitions. Yeah, and then he'd go back to like work or something like that, like in the military or something. I forgot how the whole thing went. But like he used to do like underground, like in a sense shady to his country, not shady morally. Like in the world now today, that's not shady. But he would do that because that was like his passion. He was like, and he would lift and he'd get all buff and everything. But he was like, I don't have weights, so he was like lifting potato sacks. And
you gotta do what you gotta do, right? You gotta make the best out of your situation.
Being innovative,
be innovative.
Yeah, he was making it work, dude. That was dope. So yeah, dude, just impressions ended with there, and then this one kind of started bringing something. I was like, whoa, I don't know how many other impressions I got in me, because I don't know what I can bring into the table. Yeah. Who already shot on the last one?
I think I don't know if I do any good impressions. I feel like there's like a couple that I do, but they're not coming.
Who if you had to go to one, like, okay, so when I drink, sometimes even when I drink, I try to do like an Irish impression, and then I'm like, no, what if it's like disrespectful? Then I'm like, oh, I don't care. I'm just drinking especially when you start drinking, like I start drinking like Jameson or something,
get a little
which we have in the
bolder.
Yeah, we have some in the cupboard anyways.
Yeah, we might have to the inner session, little break.
And I start doing like Irish accents and stuff. Like the moment the alcohol starts busting out, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I was about to do it right now. I was like, no.
Yeah, I can't think of one that I do, but I know I feel like there's a couple that
kind of come out, like when you start drinking and then you're like, I could do it. And then you just start doing it out of nowhere. It's funny because like I've always said it my whole life, whether I'm drinking or not. I've always said it where like somebody does something, I'm like, oh, nice. And I always do like an Australian nice. It's always been a thing. I have no idea why. I'm playing soccer.
Where did you get where did that come from? I feel like that was from like Key and Peele or something.
Finding Nemo? I don't know. But every time like I play soccer and stuff, right?
NOOIIIIIIIICE.
It depends how exciting it is.
Nice.
It depends how excited I am, but it depends how many O's and I's and vowels I have in there. And I see something, I'm like, oh, nice. And
Nice.
I even like monologue that to myself. I'm like, I see that and I'm like, oh, I put that in there, installed that right. Like, nice. And I'm walking away and I'm like, nobody heard that. You know, but it's like my own thing, you know? But no, I'm not gonna lie. Like I definitely do like an Irish thing, but it's I usually keep it to myself. That also has not gone live. I don't know. I'm afraid to like try to attempt it because when it doesn't come natural, it might not come out good. And then if it comes out natural, it's like, hey, that's not a natural thing. You know, like they're like, I don't know, like it could be, it could not.
I know what you're saying.
But I do. I
No,
love doing an Irish accent.
You're just kind of getting
I think
psyched
it's
out
fun.
because you don't want to do it
Even
wrong.
the Australian one is nice. Like, aye,
Shrimp on the Barbie, mate.
aye, don't be drinking my IPAs, huh? You know, like
You see the little Joey's over there? Hey,
You see them?
Did you see the little Joey?
Did you drink my beer?
Hey, you, did you drink my Foster's?
Dude, my brother used to tell me. He's like, hey, the commercial's on. And I go, what? He goes, yeah, can you do it for me? And I was like, all right. Foster's, Australian for beer. And that was it.
Oh man! All right, well,
Oh,
so
gosh,
we're
nice.
we're getting a Foster's and we're doing a Foster's beer shoot, and we're having Mircko voiceover.
And then it was like the Australian thing would turn into like an Irish thing because it'd be like, oh shit, I don't know.
I think I think the one that I was
Australian
thinking of
almost
was Russian. I think I had like a Russian accent.
Oh,
like
the
I was,
Russian,
I was
like-
able, like there was like a couple job sites where I was just doing like the Russian accent,
Oh.
like the whole like
they
week.
do like the whole like Katarina Popov. No, like it's yeah, I like to drink much vodka. But when you bring me
I like-
IPAs
I
with
like to-
Pokemon, I drink those too. Okay?
I prefer the Svetka.
Svetka, I drink Popov. I drink the cheap stuff because it gets you drunk. Like when you drink your beers that are Cobras, those Cobras, they're cheaper. They got more alcohol. Right?
I like the Cobras.
Fuck those shit, huh?
But now it's kind of like it's kind of transitioning. It's
Right.
kind of like a mix of
It's all over.
it's a mix of accents.
Hybrid.
It's a
You know? What do you expect? I got my chorizo cup here. Huh?
Hell yeah, it's a mix of like Godfather accent and
Oh my gosh.
And it's oh yeah. Oh man.
told you to have me my beers. That's real smooth, you know, because I love to drink it real good. And then you want to know that you don't want to bring any more beers out because you said like you can drink it. So I was like, I don't know. You know, and then it's like they do stuff like that. Dude, like, oh my gosh, dude, it's awesome. I drink
it's
and more
insane.
impressions come out every time. It's awesome.
No,
I enjoy myself.
I enjoyed your Irish.
Don't even
impression for
act like
sure.
you guys don't do the same shit, all right? Because you guys do the same damn thing. We're just not watching and we have no camera. We don't see you.
I enjoyed your
So
your
annoying.
Irish accent very much. So
Oh, Irish is yeah. I feel like the Australian kind of almost
The
overlaps to
Australian is
Irish, which
good.
is kind of crazy because some people go more English. Because English is like, hey, bruv, hey, you gonna pass the? It's different because I kind of want to go Australian.
yeah. No, English is like
English
a little
is
more
like-
proper.
Yeah, English is like.
Oi! No, that's Canada.
Oi!
That's Canada,
Oi!
right? Or London. Hey, no.
Oi!
No, Oi is London. A
Sounds
is
like a pirate.
A is Canada,
Hey.
right? Hey,
Hey, no. Actually, I saw that from Finding Nemo when they're
maple
like,
syrup, eh?
when they're all, aye, don't be eating my fish, aye. You remember when the little crabs were right there?
Which one was that one?
In Finding Nemo,
That was the
they're
first
right
one?
there, and they're picking at the stuff coming out of the little pipe,
It's been
and
a
they're like,
while.
aye, you come over here, aye, and they're like picking at each other. There's two crabs like picking at this like a leak in this pipe that's giving them like plankton or
Whatever,
some shit.
yeah.
Whatever random fish.
Some random sewage.
And like Nemo's flying like right by or swimming by there, and they're like, aye, and then like telling him, you know,
with his little fin doing the best that he
Yeah.
could.
yeah, it's just like a little,
He's trying his
a little.
best, okay?
He has like a little raptor fin, you know, like in
He's-
comparison to a person, right? It's like a
He's
raptor
doing
fin.
his best, okay?
He is, but his dad is not a good clownfish.
He
didn't have the jokes.
He's more of a clown than a fish.
He's a clown. He's a clown. What a wimp, Marlin.
Did you get into to Disney movies? Were you more
Oh.
into Pixar or what was your
Oh,
forte?
dude, with my kid, I end up singing so many Disney songs at work. Like I'm over here like un poco loco, and I'm putting stuff away and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I'm singing like
Everything's a damn song now,
dude. Even bananas and pajamas, you know, bananas and
bro.
pajamas.
Wait,
They're actually Australian.
Your kid watches that?
He was watching that. Yeah, he was watching it in Spanish.
It's still on?
Well, he watched on YouTube. We would YouTube it.
Oh,
all the
okay.
time.
I was like, what?
So like bananas and pajamas, te pueden conocer. And I'm like over here like, oh, no. Yes, sir.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
I'm almost done.
Give me a second.
Back
and
to
I'm like,
the song.
dude, stuck on that all the time.
Dude,
all
I
the
used to
time.
love bananas and pajamas. That was my
Really?
That was my shit.
My jam.
Hell yeah. That and Molly and the
Molly
big
on the
comfy
couch
couch.
or whatever?
The big whatever
I
it
watched
was.
part of it, and she would do the clock. She's all.
Yeah, she did the clock, and then she'd have like her little one, and then the dust bunnies under the couch.
Oh yeah, the dust bunnies.
All that was very very creative because it was like, you know, it was normal things that we didn't.
None of it existed. None of it existed
Yeah.
before to piggyback on, you know.
Yeah,
so that was kind
exactly.
of cool. That was kind of cool because everything was just its own thing.
Well, same thing like Pokemon, right? Like that was like one of the first of its own kind, right? Like
I don't know how manga and Japanese
that's true. Well,
history
for
came.
America, anyways. That
Yeah,
that
oh,
kind
yeah.
of seemed like one of
Oh
like
yeah,
the first.
which is why it makes sense that they overlapped into American market, you know,
Mhm.
because like
Because we didn't have something like that, and
anime,
they
they were the first. They're like the OG anime in the States.
oh yeah no for
and then
sure.
once Netflix came in, you got all the animes. Like I've
because
watched, I've
no,
watched Naruto. I've watched One Piece. I watched Hunter x Hunter.
no,
I have
but-
yet
but-
to get into Dragon Ball Z.
But before that, it was on Cartoon Network, Toonami. I remember being young.
oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it would be
Dragon Ball Z was the next thing, right?
It would be Yu Yu Hakusho would be on.
What was first, Dragon Ball Z? No, before Pokemon.
That I'm not exactly sure about, but I just know that I knew about Pokemon before Dragon Ball Z. I remember like watching like the first episode. I don't remember like how I found out about it, but I was there when Pokemon premiered.
Oh snaps!
And then I found out later about like Dragon Ball Z. That was more when I was a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
Cartoon Network, Toonami had that. Before that, I think I was into like Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Digimon.
Oh, dude.
Digimon was
Digital monsters.
Digimon are the champions. No, that was definitely
Digital champions.
they were kind of just like
in the
piggybacking off of
Yo,
Sorry.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
It was what was it? Greymon. It was what was it?
Metal Garurumon.
No wait, no that was
the other one, the little dog.
Abumon.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
Abumon.
Abumon and then turned into like Greymon and then Greymon was Metal Greymon and then
War Greymon.
oh was it War Greymon?
And then there was
what
another
the What was
variant.
the little dinosaur one that turned into Greymon?
It was Agumon was a little Charmander looking guy, right?
Oh okay.
It was Agumon.
Oh, and then Garurumon.
that was
that was a
the
little wolf.
the dog, the wolf.
He
Yeah,
was like this, and he had like a skin on him when he was like in his base.
that's
form.
when he was a Metal Garuru. Oh yeah, he just
And-
had a
and
little
he had, like, a
skin,
little
and then he
skin,
turned into a dog,
And then he turned into
and then he turned into
Garurumon,
a
and then a Metal Garurumon.
like a mechanical dog, metal Garurumon.
And then there was like that little kid, the little baby kid. He was the youngest one on one. He
TK.
had like, oh shit.
Yeah,
he
no,
did.
I just
And then he had Angemon.
yeah. No, I just like try to rewatch it recently, like
Oh, you did? Oh,
probably
we
like-
have it on Hulu.
probably like 2 months ago. Yeah.
I was gonna
it
get
on Hulu.
started and I stopped. Yeah,
It was, I mean, everything is.
everything
I'm-
changes as we get older, doesn't it?
I'm just not. Yeah, that too. But I guess I'm just not too patient. I'm not a very patient person. Like I can't. I'm not.
Forward. I wanted to see this.
Yeah,
I
like,
wanted to go
I'm-
into Garurumon. Where is he at?
I can't watch like shows. Like I'll start a show and I'll be into it for like the first 2 episodes. I'll be like, damn, this show is really good. Like I wonder what's next, and I'll be like, never get back into it.
All right.
It's like, I want all the action quick. Like,
Yeah, I know. Well, you want all the main parts that you remember. So all the epic parts.
Yeah.
All the epic moments is like what clicks. So like for me too, it's like all the epic moments stick.
Mhm.
So it's like all the epic moments is like, yeah, when
No one cares
you
about
know,
the fillers.
yeah.
Like going back and rewatching movies. It's like you like all the action parts. You get excited.
patient we are because we got Netflix and we got a whole season. We're spoiled, dude.
Yeah, we
We're
know we
spoiled.
really are. Yeah, because I remember like being when I was younger, I'd watch Batman Forever on repeat.
Oh, dude.
Batman for like, oh
Batman.
my god.
I watched Batman Beyond too.
Batman Beyond too,
Beyond,
dude.
and he'd have his little wings. He was like more of a slim looking guy with the red.
The 2000s, the 2000s era of superhero movies was just unlike any other. I
Yeah.
mean, it could have been just because that's
I was
we grew up with.
super into Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. I was like, dude, if they come with that disc technology
If
and
that
they
was
get the
real-
cards going, I was in, dude.
I feel like I watched a video just recently of like a tournament and them finally implementing such technology.
Really?
Like there was like holograms like on the field and stuff like, and they were like, maybe it was a dream.
It's possible though.
Maybe it was a dream.
It's possible.
Maybe it
Even
was
if you
real
wear,
in my heart.
if you wear Oculus, they'd be real in my heart too, bro. I'll join you when we do that. When we do that networking thing, we're gonna have a Yu-Gi-Oh. A Yu-Gi-Oh
for
booth,
sure.
and I'd be like, all you 2000 babies and
Mhm.
90s babies, I know you guys are into this.
What about Beyblades? Were you ever into those?
Dude, I had a whole dome. What are you talking about?
Dude,
Let it rip.
let it rip. No, I was I'm always in the toy sections at Targets and stuff. Always picking up Pokemon cards, picking up tech decks.
When I was younger, I ended up, because my parents didn't have much money, so I ended up like stealing all that stuff. And I was like, it's not a proud moment, guys. But I was like,
No,
like I can afford it. Like I literally ended up jacking like a whole box of like Yu-Gi-Oh cards under my jacket. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I got all the packs. And bro, I wasn't looking to flip these. I
Yeah.
was a kid who was deprived of the toys that he wanted,
all you did was one
and
thing.
it was my fault. It wasn't my parents' fault.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like, you guys can't afford it. And each box, dude, each pack was like $6.
Yeah.
And there was 20 packs in there. So 6 times 20, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? That's like $120, right?
No, I remember.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I remember like looking under the couch, trying to gather up change, trying to gather up something, so I can, ask for $1 here, ask for $1 there, just so I can save up.
And
so I
then
get
you
a pack of
don't get a
Pokemon cards.
holographic, and you're like, son of a
No,
bitch.
yeah, I know because you wait, you do all that work, you wait all that time, then the outcome is
You're
nothing.
waiting for it.
But when you do get that hit, it's like, oh man, there's it was
What was the best find you've ever had that you found, not traded for, but you found?
it was when Fire Red and Leaf Green. This was after both of the games came out, and they did a card set based on like the original, the original set. But I pulled basically the main one out of the set, which was the first Charizard EX. They were developed they were going through different battle mechanics.
Yeah.
And this was their introduction to like the EX cards, which were like stronger, like overpowered, like. Then I remember pulling the Charizard, and it was like, damn, like I still have that Charizard. Like it has a bend on the top. I've had it for a long time. I was a kid when I had it, but
Yeah.
it sucks because that car is like probably like 300-400 like crispy.
I took a Charizard. This little girl was like, oh yeah, this and that, and I was like, man, I like that Charizard. And she was like, I was like 13.
Yeah.
And she was like 10 or 9. I was like, man, I really like that Charizard. She's like, do you want it? And I was like, no, I shouldn't take it. I'm like, no, stop it. I'm like, stop. Like, this is me. Like I'm like this. Stop. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. No, you keep it. Are you sure? No. Can you give me that little case with it too? Like, like, what about that Charmeleon that goes? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't want it, but because you insisted. Like, that's exactly how I took it. And I was like, man, what a jerk. And then I sold it for like $100. So maybe that's the karma that I get.
No, yeah.
But
no, it sucks because the same thing happened to me. Well, not the same situation, but a similar situation with like Nintendo 64. Like I bought like all the
Super
dope
Smash
games.
Brothers?
I bought Super Smash Brothers. I bought the GoldenEye 007. Tony Hawk
That's
1
the
and
start
2.
of like first
Bro,
point of view shooting right there with 007.
Donkey Kong Country,
It was kinda
Mario
scary, though.
Kart.
Playing 007 was kind of scary because those motherfuckers were there's no footsteps then. They just pop out.
Exactly.
You're like, do you have the golden gun? Bitch.
No, I know. I was playing just recently, and I was getting excited playing because I was like, what? I don't. What? What?
Where's the footsteps? I can't hear anything. This isn't Call of Duty.
No, but like I sold everything. Like the games were like 60, 65 a piece. I spent like a couple years like trying to gather up everything. But I saw that I was like neglecting it, so I kind of put it to the side, and then ended up selling everything. But now it's like, fuck, man, I wanna
I like that. I
want
like the
everything-
original
I want everything
Super
back.
Smash. Yeah.
But it's
I
like
like the
now,
original Super Smash.
yeah, I know exactly. But now it's like now I know how much like money and time I spent trying to gather everything. So now it's like
The original Super Smash is dope, dude. I'm fine with that. I would either use Samus, Link, and I was trying to get into Ness. Kirby was like a cheat because he could like float back in. So I was like, if you use Kirby, that's
Kirby, you're a cheat.
you're a cheat, you know. But like every once in a while, you know, I did
cool
pretty
too.
good. Pikachu
Pikachu
was cool.
Pikachu killed it for sure.
Because you had to learn if you learned how to use them, they were cool. I think Mario was dope because he would have like consistent little hits. Like it wasn't like big hits, but they'd be consistent little hits like fireball, little like run up uppercut things, and you're just like ding, 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 you know, and you're like fucking knocking people out. You know?
I feel like now, like in the newer one, it's like Mario kind of seems like a cheat because he's really good. But I mean, I haven't really played that much, but everybody seems just like really good, and I've been hearing
one of my
about,
nephews
like, the
has
updates
the
and
Switch,
stuff.
and then my kid's like, Papa, are you going to the store? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, are you gonna get a Switch? And I was like, Papa, those are $300. I'm like, I'm not just buying one out of nowhere. You know, he's 4 years old.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh. And then he goes, is it? And he goes, why? And I go, because they're expensive. He goes, oh, how much are they? And I go, that's a lot of money. And then he goes, can you ask Google how many dollars is it for a Nintendo Switch? And I'm like, I can ask. So we're like over here like, hey Google, how much is a Nintendo Switch? Nintendo Switch is around $299 retail and plus tax and this and that. And he's like, oh, okay, Papa, look, you go get it at the store. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
I wish it worked that way. Oh yeah, I'll take it.
Every day he's like, Papa, where are you going? Are you gonna get a Nintendo Switch? And I'm like, Papa. Then he's like,
that's what he's stuck on right now.
He
needs a Switch.
He talks to his Theo, and he's like, hey Theo, are you gonna give me a Switch? And then all of a sudden, my brother's like, oh, we're saving up, we're getting a Switch. And I was like, oh, great. Now he convinced my brother, and my brother's like his Nino, you know, his Padrino.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh yeah, we're putting money away for you for your Switch. And I'm like, oh great. Now I gotta, because I took my kid off of the phone because he was on it for too much. And so I was like, nah, dude. So he's been off it for the past like 6 months, 7 months. And I go, you're done. I go, you're not getting the phone. He would throw too many fits. He was too dependent. He was like a little addict on the phone. So I'm like, nah.
No, I've definitely been seeing that a lot more with the younger generations.
Yeah,
it's like they're on the tablets. It's
I don't want to shut somebody up. Like I don't want to shut my kid up by being like, here's the phone.
Yeah.
And then like I
that's what it
take
seems
the
like
phone and he
sometimes.
throws a fit, and I was like, I don't like that. Like I've succumbed to falling slave to a phone, you know, to the technology, and my kid in a sense holds that on top of me.
Yep.
And so it just discourages me to go out to dinner. We used to ditch dinner because we knew if my phone's gonna die or something, because he was doing it. I go, I don't like that. I go, that's just dumb, you know? Like the kid,
Dude,
you know, at least this is me.
More
my kid's
dependent.
not gonna control the way I parent him. You know, I gotta control the way I parent him because
that's fair.
I'm the father. You know, like I need to teach him. I do give him stuff to play with. He does get to watch YouTube. He does watch TV. I let him interact with technology because he needs to know that, because that's what the world is. And I don't want him to be,
but not to be just
tech
stuck
savvy.
on it.
Right. And he
because that's what a lot of that's what I've been seeing a lot of, is just like the parents just giving them the tablet. It's like, yeah, they do learn, and there is a lot that they can gain from it, you know, such as navigating technology. But it does kind of suck when you do see when the kids throw fits, and you know they just want to have the tablet. They just want to be on it, and they don't want to be outside per se.
It's just kind of cool when he plays with toys rather than wanting to be on the phone all the time. And trust me, if he has the opportunity to watch YouTube or watch a movie, he will, but it doesn't happen. So we've kind of made it a thing to share one TV for all three of us.
Okay.
So like, I have a TV here, but I use this more for display and whatever. But like, I'll play video games sometimes, and then I go, I'm just gonna play like an hour. I'll play for like an hour, and then I'm like, I got shit to do. I got videos to edit or whatever. And then he's like, okay. And I interrupt his shows on purpose, to the sake to like, hey, don't be dependent on this. Like if I come in and I'm gonna do something, like you don't need to be like, oh, I have to have it my way. You know?
Especially because what we grew up with was commercials. You know, always getting our shows interrupted. You know, not be able to just go straight through. And now these kids have the freedom.
I mean, they have ads, but those ads only last like 5 seconds. You know, but
which is a lot less shorter than what we had. But
There's
it's different.
It's immediate gratification is a big thing now.
Media period is just a big thing that's just all around and everywhere.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, you know, like it has so much benefit, but it also has, it can be,
especially in the younger generations.
it could hurt the new generation, you know,
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
So
It could either help them.
it's got to be a
or hurt
moderate
them.
intake, you know,
For sure.
you know.
No, I think it is. It definitely is a good thing that you did take it away for a little bit. You know, just because.
Oh, it's gonna stay like that forever. He's not gonna have his own phone unless I send him to school, and then after I'm like, "Hey, you're on your phone too much." It's gonna go on the charger in my room. Like I don't know. It's not. It's
Yeah,
just not a big
I,
thing, you know.
I see the way that my mom is with my siblings, and she usually takes their electronics away at like a certain time.
How old are they?
How
How old are your siblings? Because I'm the youngest one, and I'm 31.
I'm the oldest one, and
Oh,
I
okay.
am 27.
Oh, okay.
So I have, oh man. So I got I want to say a 3. He's either 3 or 4,
Oh, damn, like super tiny.
and then I have a 6-year-old. And then I have like a 8 or 9-year-old. Let me see it. There's 2, 4. There's probably about like
The Brady Bunch.
like
You have a whole squad or what?
Like 8, like a good like 8 or 9.
Aside from you, or is that total?
Siblings.
Yeah, siblings.
Aside from me.
Oh, aside from you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, snaps.
So I only have one full like blood sister.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 half brothers, 1 half sister, 2 step brothers, and 2 step sisters.
Oh, snaps.
And I'm the oldest, so I'm kind of like the example for everybody, you know.
Oh, nice. So there are many IPA connoisseurs. Just kidding.
No, they're not into beer. They like what I'm doing, but they're not really like intrigued into it. You know, I don't want to, you know.
Let them choose it.
Yeah. Let them get into it. Not like bring that out like upon them. You know, like I always have beer. I always have glasses. Like they always see that stuff, but they're not like, you know, like, oh yeah. You know, which is good because a lot of like the labels and the artwork, like the Pokemon card, is like pertaining to a younger crowd. You're getting like a picture of a slushie on a can.
It's kind of crazy because it pertains to the 90s up until now crowd, because that stuff's still going strong.
But even so, still you're getting cute pictures like that. That's still pertaining to a younger audience.
Where's the Ninja Turtle IPAs?
I don't have any on me, but no, they're definitely around.
Right?
Oh yeah,
Bro,
I've seen.
If you're gonna tell me like, what's your favorite movie that you know like by heart, monologue, everything, dialogue, everything?
I don't really think I can say one. I'm not a big movie person.
No, I'm a big. If you told me the first Ninja Turtles that came out, I could probably recite every single line in that, from April O'Neil's, Casey Jones, Shredders, and every single Ninja Turtles. I would be able to say everything that's on there.
That movie was gave me a mix of emotions. It
What?
was kind of scary. You know,
Really?
seeing we all we've seen was the turtles in like cartoons, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen them in live action like that. So I mean,
That excited me.
They did a great job. Yeah, no, for sure. It's exciting to see.
You mean when you were little,
cartoons
give you
with,
mixed
like,
emotions, or now?
Later,
Or even now?
earlier, yeah.
Like
When I was
You're
young,
like, even
it
now
was
I have
like,
nightmares.
I was like, yo, what? Like the mask too. Like the mask was super dope. I love that, but it's
Dude.
like, yeah,
Did you
it's
see how it
kinda
worked?
Crazy looking.
Yeah, did you see how they work? They would move their lips, and the guys in the studio would speak into the mics to make it so that everything would fall into
Match
place.
up.
Yeah, it was like a different thing. Yeah, it was
That's
cool
wild.
though.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was cool.
No, yeah, but like the Star Wars movies, it's still crazy. Like the first ones came out the first one came out like the late 80s, right, or like late 70s, something like that. But it's like still those movies are still visually appealing, cinematically amazing. You know, it's really cool to see how, you know, they were doing it back then, and how it's evolved now, and how like some of the stages in between of them trying to, you know, be with current technology kind of messed them up, and it's like their older stuff looked better than their middle stuff, and it's like, you know, they're finally getting back, and now their newer stuff is looking better than finally looking better.
Their prequel stuff.
Yeah, no, but it's cool to see how a passion can drive
But it's kind
somebody.
of cool how like technologically like innovative everything was in the old ones, to still like the new ones don't surpass it like beyond the means.
Yeah,
like everything is like almost on the same level,
It's
you know,
just
in a sense. It's not
slightly
like,
better.
Yeah.
I mean,
of course.
well,
Even the quality of the video itself
I'm
is
sure
slightly better.
the process behind everything got easier, but visually,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's kind of just like
Yeah, like a lightsaber was still a lightsaber, you know?
yeah, it's
pod,
just a little
pod racer was still similar to what the spaceships were. It was
Yeah,
just in
exactly.
a smaller version, you know, or
Different
anything like
scenery.
that. Yeah, so that was dope. That was sick, dude. But yeah, man, you good?
I need to take a piss.
Oh, okay. Well, if not, we can
Bathroom
close it up right
break.
here. We can close it up right here
Okay.
because you're pretty good. I think we've covered a pretty good amount. We've hit everything that you had going on here. You're obviously the gas tank's full, so you're ready to let that all out.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna end the video, or
Yeah.
the ending clip will be
Yeah, it'll be
everything poured into one cup
when the podcast.
for
When-
a jug.
When the podcast here, real quick, let's just get these guys out, and then
Yeah.
we'll be all done. So if you can let me know each one of them and who they are and where they're at, and then we'll close it out with your handle.
So yeah, for sure. This is a pure project out of San Diego. This is the Powerful Beyond Measure. This was the Murky Quadruple IPA that we had, clocking at 13%. Super crisp, super clean. There was a hop in there that I wasn't a fan of, but they used the proper portion, and it ended up being perfect. Smooth, crispy. You're getting your piney hops at the end. Lovely all around. And then we the next one was the Octokraken, which was blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and
wasn't that
grape.
one?
No. I just switched it just because I put it in the EV cup.
Oh, okay.
I like to do colors matching.
Oh, okay.
Try to do the best I can.
Right.
This was a slushy. This one was really good. Poured that into the Tipsy Nomad vape pour on taster. This one, the first one we had, I poured into the 17% taster. That one's really dope. I like that one. We continued on with the grape or banana cream cheese cheesecake slushy XL 450 North out of Indiana. Banana cream cheese graham cracker. That was a good one.
Cheer.
And then we had the sliced, which is a hard craft smoothie seltzer from Electric out of Temecula. Blackberry passion fruit. Love what they're doing with their new seltzer lines. Then we went to the Kings, the Royal Ballers blend. That was crazy. Mircko was big on the bubble gum on that one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was an interesting
intense.
smoothie. And we ended off with an exclusive. Had to end it off right. We started off with a quadruple IPA, get a little buzz. We ventured off into a little fruity journey with the sours and the heavily fruited seltzer. And we ended off with Amphitheater of Wisdom from Electric, which is a list exclusive beer brewed only for the members. And they did a great job on that.
I'll golf clap that one. So right on. I appreciate everything that you brought out. Usually I'm the one that's like, hey, what do you like to drink? What do you like to sip on? I'll get you catered to. And you're the one who hooked it up with like all around today. So I really appreciate it. I thank you for coming out. Again, we're going to give them your Instagram that I'll put in here. You guys will see it in the visuals. And it'll be MurkyBoiz, right? So it'll be
MurkyBoiz. People
There
get
you
messed
go.
up on the boys. The boys I try to do a little different. It's to play on, I guess, like crispy boys, like your lighter beers, your lagers. You get a crispy boys, which is a term that's used throughout the beer community, and murky is just a term that Pure has been using. I was just looking through different IG handle names, and I found that MurkyBoiz wasn't used. There wasn't like any variations of murky or anything murky. So
Yeah.
I just thought it fit, and it's just been growing on me, and that's what people know me as now. People hit me up in the streets. They'll either call me,
yeah?
they'll be like, "Hey yo, MurkyBoiz," or they'll be like a Merc Daddy or Merc Man. They'll say
yeah.
something.
Right on. So that's good, guys. You guys have everything there. You have his handle. This is me with Mircko Talks, which is the podcast, right? That's how I promote it on for Spotify, Google, Apple, and any other podcast applications that you can get your podcast from. But my YouTube channel and Instagram is under Mircko Media. So you'll see that here. You'll be able to subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and put down my subscribe tab here for you guys to click on to subscribe. And all the information for MurkyBoiz is going to be in the description and also on the screen here for you guys to follow. So let me know, hit me up. If you guys have any suggestions, if you guys have any other professionals you guys might want to get on the podcast, let me know. I would love to do that, and they can get in contact with me. Other than that, I hope you guys tune in to the next one, and I really hope you guys enjoys today's episode. Okay, so see you later, and I hope you liked it all. Bye.